only now there's only two of the boys that are into the.
These are the extras I overbought.
Okay, you know what? I will
No,
use them. I will use them.
no, well, they're not here. Don't tell either of my partners. Let them find out on the podcast. Give me a couple of weeks of grace.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh
No,
yeah.
no. Actually, this art is actually really cool. Mark and my partner Black Wolf. Yeah, you've
Yep.
interviewed both of them.
Yes,
They
sir.
actually did all of this. This is not me. I'm all operations and game. They're all the pretty stuff. Everything you see on the YouTube, all the flyers, all the packets, all the art. That's all them. So
Yeah.
props where
No, that's
props are
good.
due. So I will need you to send me an address though, so I know where to
I
ship them
will
to.
absolutely. Did I ever send you guys the patches? My
I don't think
patch?
I don't think
No.
I've gotten one yet.
I'm
And
gonna. I'll send one out.
that's
Let me
something I
write a
want to.
note.
Well, I got a note somewhere here. I was going to bug you about like, hey, does Trifecta want to be a sponsor for our next game next year?
I gotcha.
That's me like hitting you up. You're the last person I have to hit up. I waited for this to do it so I could put you on the spot.
I don't mind being put on the spot. It's cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I
we
I
can
don't
talk
know.
more in detail later.
Yeah, we'll definitely. Well, I should really talk about the sponsor thing because I was doing it for a little while with I had a thing set up, and
Yeah.
I've had Skirmish.
Yeah.
I had him.
And I talked to those guys after we had that podcast.
Okay.
They reached out to me and we talked. So their
Yeah.
system is very close to what we use, but it's
Oh, right,
different.
right. That's right.
It's different in
You
that
have
they're
your
using.
system too.
Yeah, our system's basically all RF. We do not set up a mesh network. They actually
Oh,
set up
okay.
their own mesh network.
Uh
So
huh.
technically, it could work together, but it
Yeah.
would be a lot of R&D. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, and the skirmish doesn't really match our game style yet.
Yeah.
It may someday, but we're not there yet. We're not.
Mm-hmm.
That's not where we're at right now. Um, so that, and again, mine are just prototypes. Which actually, here's a news flash. Like I can say this because this is Airsoft. Um, I got with the R&D guys, and we took all the data we've gotten from the last 6 games, and the minor changes we made to the devices and everything, and the actual production model should be coming out next year, January next year,
Oh,
is
okay.
what they're telling me now. It was going to be November, but then our lead guy got married earlier this year, so he's like
Mm,
getting used to being a husband.
yep.
So yeah, that's
I know
that's
what that's like.
yeah, going from single living with your mom to living with your wife. That's a little bit of a
That's
change
literally yeah.
there. Yeah,
Right. You know what? I'm gonna put it on my calendar here.
and
Yeah,
then
I know what you mean. So it's
I do
okay.
not. Mark, do you have the dates in front of you? I left my stuff with all the stuff up in my office because I'm brilliant.
Well, I'm gonna put a reminder for where are we at here?
You know Mark's
Put a reminder
concentrating.
for.
You know Mark's concentrating because he always looks so angry when he's concentrating.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
I've had a cold for like 4 days, so
Oh
I know
no.
that shit's going around, man.
yep.
And Mark, do you have the dates for the next the April event in front of you? I think it's the 14th.
Yeah, it is April 14th.
Thank you. Mark's so much more prepared for this shit than me.
Oh, I'll just go to that date too, and I'll put that in April 14th. That's a Sunday.
Yeah, so we're at
Oh
D14, which is I don't think have you ever been? I think we had this question
no.
before, right, Karen? Okay, it's a very, 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 very good field.
Yeah.
And it's very clean. They keep it well. They're maintaining it constantly, adding features, taking stuff away, shifting stuff around.
Right.
But
That's right. That's right.
yeah, but it's one of those fields that is
Go.
really hard to get a full weekend for
Mm.
because they don't, they're
Yep.
still a field, right? So the margins are thin, so they can't really,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they can't really take a hit on a Saturday,
Absolutely.
which is money
Yep.
day, unless we can prove that we can sell out. So if
Makes
you're watching
sense.
this and you like K.I.A, buy a ticket and then sell a ticket to like 80 of your friends. Um, and then go to Mark because he probably has a $5 off code.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put
So
a reminder for myself to do to send you guys a patch. Mark, did I send you guys a patch? Did I send you a patch? Your mic's muted, bruh. Look at you, rookie. Look at him. He's like, what?
now
It's
it's
not
just being
working?
silent.
Yeah.
You
Look,
gotta
this is a podcast, not a silent movie, bro. We ain't
you
doing.
gotta plug it into the computer. Is your device
Is your
plugged in?
computer on?
Yeah. Have
Turn
you
it on, turn it off, and then turn it on again. Do IT support.
that is his job, which is
How about now?
There
hey,
you go. There you go.
hey.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
had to use a little Stone Age IT, just whack it around for a minute, it'll work.
Oh
Right.
yeah, this is like a 10-year-old headset. I left my main headset at work. So
Oh,
That's
anyway,
okay.
cool. Sounds good.
but yeah, yeah, you sent me a patch, your patches a long time ago when I was first on,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you sent a Crixit patch though.
I never got one.
Did I just sent you one, Mark?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay,
fine.
okay.
I'm
I
not.
did,
I'm
no,
not.
no, it's cool.
Or
I just sometimes when I do because Shogun. No, wait, see. Did I send them? There's been a handful of teams that I've talked with that I'll send three or four, enough for their guys or whatever. And I couldn't remember. I don't know who I sent where, and so anyway, I'm gonna send Crixus. I'll send you and Matt, you and the other Matt,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh, a patch. So
That's great. And well, actually, if you want to wait for these ones to get there, I'll just send it in an envelope with a return label.
no, I don't mind, dude.
I don't pay for shipping. What are you talking about? That's my boss. I have carte blanche to ship as long as it's not like a $50 shipment.
Yeah, no, you're good. I do a regular envelope. I put my letter in it, the handwritten letter.
Aw.
Mark, did I give you a handwritten letter? Okay, so I'll do the handwritten letter with the red wax seal stamp
Oh wow,
on it.
it's still fancy.
It's pretty fancy, to be honest. It's probably one of the more fancy things I do in my whole life. Okay, I don't
I wrote
usually
mine in crayon.
exactly.
I was gonna write it in crayon, but then I ate the crayon, so I had nothing
Then
to
I
write
yeah,
with.
see, I can never do it. Yeah, I always eat it. It's a snack. Okay, but yeah, I'll send you. But it
Hashtag,
literally takes one stamp.
hashtag red
This
is the best.
Read it?
Telling
Yes,
you, it's
exactly.
fruit punch is the way to go, bud.
I like it.
Sorry, but purple tastes like grape, so that's why I go with purple.
You would like that great medicine. So,
Well, as far as drinks, like flavored drinks go, like energy drinks or any kind of thing like that, I really like the citrusy stuff. I've always liked, orange
yeah,
drinks or any kind of like that. Like the C4 energy drink has the I don't know what it's called, but it's orange something. It tastes like one of those.
arms or creamsicles.
Yep.
Yeah, my favorite energy drink is actually Rip It, the U.S. version, and
Oh
they
yeah.
got the Tribute, which is like cherry limeade. It's like give me one of those and I'm out. Bye.
Oh, okay.
Those are so good. And there's a Dollar Tree that near us. Yes, I get energy drinks from Dollar Tree. There's a Dollar Tree near us,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
yeah, they always give me funny looks because I'll go in there and just like load up the cart and walk out like $50 later.
Dude, some of those are expensive, man. My oldest son gets he'll order cases online
Yeah,
and have them shipped, and he gets that. Now these aren't energy drinks, but the liquid death, I think it's called, is like
yeah, it's a water, isn't it?
it's water, yeah.
Yeah,
So they went with can. I talked to one of their reps. I ran into so I went to my son's house. I saw these things. I was like, "Hey, man," he wasn't at his house. I went over there, dropped some stuff off, and I was doing some work in his yard. He's not been in the house that long, and we were doing some stuff for a shed and all this kind of
yeah.
stuff. So I stopped over there one morning, and I texted him. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna get one of your energy drinks out of your fridge." He's like, "What? You mean that sparkling water?" And I go, "What?" I picked up the can. It's liquid death. And I looked at the back, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So the next day, I was driving for Uber. I do like Uber stuff, whatever,
Yeah,
and Lyft and all that. And so I went to went to the gas station. I went in there, and this lady walks in, and she had a polo shirt on that said Liquid Death, and she was talking to the owner. And I said, "Oh," and she said, "Hey, have you ever tried this?" And she held up one of the cans. I said, because I was the only one in the store going up to the counter. She's like, "You ever try this?" I said, "Yeah, man, it's really good. Like I just had one yesterday. It's the first time I ever. I've seen it. I've heard the name. I've seen it, but I never tried it. Until yesterday." And I said, "I didn't realize it was water." And she goes, "Yeah, we do. A lot of people don't. They think it's an energy drink because of the can, but we got away from the plastic stuff. We went with cans because we wanted to get away from the plastic trash kind of thing.
yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, because whatever they make the can out of is recyclable. It's easier. It degrades faster, or whatever. All that kind of good.
Yeah, it's aluminum.
Yeah,
Aluminum. Aluminum.
aluminum, aluminum.
But so Mark told me. Sorry,
Yes, yes, yes.
Brain is. We were talking sponsors, right? And I'm actually. I think K.I.A is at that point where it's like, okay, cool. Like some of our vendor or not our vendors, some of our sponsors are starting to recognize this a little more because it's less of a hustle to get my sponsors now.
Yeah.
The first time I did it was like a 3 week process, right, to get them all. And as of right now, these are the sponsors that have signed on, that have said yes.
Okay.
D14, obviously, Elite Laser Tag Equipment. Mark the Airsoft Private. That guy's an asshole, but he
Yeah, I
said he'd
know,
get on
right?
board. He's such a jerk.
Yeah.
Black Wolf Videos, 2020 Imagery, Body Armor Vent. Uh, wait on Titan Power. Airsoft GI signed back on. Evike signed back on. Redline Airsoft signed back on. Elite Force signed back on. So, and I'm waiting for. This is not the right one, is it? Yeah, Enola Gay did sign back on. Somebody messed with my stuff. I'm waiting on Titan Power to call me back. But I'm sure they'll be on.
Dude,
Uh,
that's a lot.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So there's two reasons I like to get a lot of sponsors. One, because I'm not afraid of getting a lot of sponsors, and two, that offers me more flexibility as far as what I can give back to the players at the end of the game, and that
Yeah.
also gives me more flexibility as what I can ask the sponsors to send me. Um,
Right.
so like if we'll play the pundit, right? We'll say trifecta sponsors, right? But you
Yeah.
don't want to send a raffle prize. I'll be like, yeah, cool. Do you want to like maybe chip in for the safety briefing armbands, or do you want like something like that? And
Okay.
then we just take your
Okay.
logo, and then your logo is on every one of those safety briefing armbands.
Oh, wow. That's kind of cool. Okay.
So yeah, so we pimp you out and we pimp out our sponsors on all of our media, don't we, Mark?
Right.
Yeah, we do. Speaking of which, I need to read. I need to do the thank you sponsor images this weekend, so
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
doing that tomorrow.
Yep. And then of course I've got a great couple of partners with me. We got Mark and we got Matt, and those guys are on it. Once I acquire the sponsors, they do a great job of making sure they're taken care of. So
Oh, that's cool.
you should see Mark's knee pads. They're so impressive. Yeah, look at those knees. Like no damage at all, man. And he can bend them at
So
his
we
age.
ashy
Oh
over here.
man.
Don't worry about why it's ashy right now.
It's ashy. Dude.
Sure, if that's what you're calling it.
Right.
Yeah,
Just in
Mark
the
doesn't.
last 2 weeks, man, it's our weather changed really quickly, and everyone is it's all dry. Everything's dry. Like now, we just had some rain, but I'm talking like everyone's skin is so dry right now because the humidity just went gone.
Yeah, it happened here, and the temperature dropped all at the same time, which is kind of
Same.
interesting. Yeah, if it's hot in
Yeah.
Texas, it's humid. If it's cold, there's no humidity.
Dry as
But
hell. Yep.
yeah, so but yeah, everybody's been picking up. I've gone out 3 weeks in a row now. I'll be going out tomorrow.
Nice. Well,
Trying to
what's
get
that
some.
flag you were looking at behind you, or
This is
what
our
you were
team
pulling?
flag that Mark designed.
Oh, okay.
So the I can't really get it up.
Front
So
towards enemy.
front towards
Nice.
enemy. It's a claymore.
Right.
That's the official. That's the official sponsored team of Kinetic Impact Airsoft is front towards enemy.
That's awesome.
So yeah, if we decide to like go to another event promoter or something, I'm like, I really don't want to put like K.I.A. On the rosters and stuff. That's gonna look weird. So we just decided to do a sponsored team.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
So
Kia. Kia
yeah,
sponsors ya.
yeah,
What?
yeah. Still can't get a car out of those bastards either. I keep telling them I don't want to drive it. I just want something to shoot at.
That's funny. Hell yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, the
gotta
last
figure out
event
what
was
I'm
what's
gotta
that?
figure got to figure out what I'm gonna get for the sponsor prize next for the next event because that pistol I gave away for that for this event was really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it almost didn't make it to like many of our raffle prizes. It almost didn't make it to the raffle. I almost kept it.
Yeah, no. I got- spent
You
money
left
on
it here too long.
But yeah, that was a cool. It was one of those Wii Galaxy things where
Oh
you
yeah.
pick a pipe, and this was a purple one, and it did have the fun switch on it too. So
It
I
was a nice
almost
little pistol.
I almost kept that for myself. I'm
That
still
was
thinking about getting it.
that was not my
I
favorite
mentioned
raffle
that.
prize. That was not my favorite raffle prize though. My favorite raffle prize we gave away this time was the Jack.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So have you seen
Or
these?
Jack.
E-Rock?
Nope.
Yeah.
It's the you talking about the one with the Jack 9 with the
No.
skull?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
well,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. It's got a skull over
The
the
mag.
magazine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's
The
really
mag
freaking
port
cool.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's made by EMS.
Uh-huh. We
Um,
had one. We got actually we got two of them in our mystery boxes when we were doing those.
yeah,
They look cool, man. They
they
look
do.
really cool.
We ended up giving away, I think. So GI sent us two sniper rifles and an AK. No, three sniper rifles and an AK, wasn't it? Three sniper rifles and an AK.
Okay.
E-Bike sent us the Jack, and then they sent us four other pistols that we gave away.
Whoa.
Um,
At Blood Money?
yes.
Oh wow, dude. Oh, I'm looking at your
Um,
Instagram right now. That's why I'm looking over here.
okay.
Um,
I
I was
think
looking for
I
those
think
posts.
I think the pictures are actually on our Facebox.
Yeah,
Face box.
yeah. It's also on our website. But yeah, this weekend
I'm on the website.
I'll be giving out the specific sponsor giveaway images, so I can say thank you to everyone,
Gotcha.
tag them, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, they
So
did a great job.
then tag myself in my giveaway. So you know.
Yeah.
So Elite Force gave us a Beretta, or what was it? It wasn't a Beretta. What was it? That little tiny pocket gun. That thing was cool though.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember what it was though.
I'll have to go look it up. I have it
What,
somewhere.
is it like a little Derringer kind of thing or something?
Yeah, pretty much. It was like a little gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. They were gonna send us some more rifles and stuff, but they kind of didn't have the time to send them to us, and they apologized and all that stuff already. They also sent us a box of it's like the little 1,000 packs of BBs, right? They sent
Oh
me
yeah.
300 of those, but they were all non-bio,
Yeah.
so I can't give them out because
Why
we're
not?
bio only. I'm not gonna give out these.
Oh, at the field.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I talked to our rep. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Those weren't the ones you're supposed to get." I'm like, "Dude, it's okay because they're
Didn't
right now."
somebody? Didn't someone do a somebody that has a big YouTube channel as Airsoft. I can't remember who it was. I thought they did like this maybe a couple years ago or something. They did a comparison on. Oh, it might have been. Oh man. Anyway, I thought they did a comparison, a conversation. They compared these to how they're made, like the regular BBs and the bios, and like the bios aren't really bio.
From
You know
my
what I mean?
understanding, they
Like it's
break
like a
apart
label
easy.
claim.
From my understanding, they break apart easier when they impact something.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
the way that I test, like, because we're talking to a company out of the UK called Ironsight right now. The owner, Paul Dunford's actually a friend of mine from laser tag, and they make
Nice.
their own BBs that are they sent us some samples a couple years back of the first run, and these things were just highly polished. They were great, and we weren't sure if they were bio. So supposedly, how you test how they're bio, and after I read like 5 or 6 different websites, they all said the same thing. So that's what we're
Yeah.
going with. Is you just take a pair of pliers and you crush it.
Okay.
Now bio BBs should kind of flake off a little bit. Like you should see them kind of like you're crushing a crouton, right?
Yeah.
Plastic BBs will squish and they'll just kind of get flat and they won't really flake off.
Okay.
So the idea with the bio BB is like when it impacts you, the player, it's not gonna want to stay together. It's going to shatter and
Mm-hmm.
separate. So it's a little safer. Is the
Okay.
idea?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah,
So it will
even
break down faster. Okay.
yeah, in theory,
Sure.
yeah. But I mean, the only way you're really gonna test for bio is, and I'm not gonna do it. I might. Well, I might. I'm not gonna
Over
say I'm
time.
not. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no. Just walk up and say, "Here, give me a couple of BBs out of your mag," and then take a pair of pliers and squish it. And like, dude, these aren't bio. Like,
Oh, right. Right.
yeah,
Like on the field to see if.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just random
I
check.
got you.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they do sell those green BBs over Walmart, and those are not bio. They're
Yeah.
just straight up green.
So
I
kids,
checked one of those. Yeah, so
kids,
kept
don't
I
put
bought
those in your airsoft rifles. They will fuck up your gun. Don't
Uh-huh.
do it. This
and
has been your PSA.
yeah, I bought 1,000 of those one time, and now they just sat in my workshop so I could use those to chrono and stuff. But they were all so inaccurate. So it was
Yeah.
difficult to tell if they were point twos or not. But yeah, they were
Yeah,
so
those
everything
things are
was
just made to
solid.
fill. Oh, hey, there's the cat.
The
Those
other
things
one,
are just made to fill a container with.
Yeah, BBs. I mean, the cheap grenades.
I will tell you something, though, Erock. Like, if you guys are not on this bandwagon, you need to get on it.
What's that?
Body armor vent. That stuff works, bro.
Dude, I've seen those.
It
They
works
look
so
awesome.
good. It works
Yeah.
so good. Like I was like, I really don't want to put anything else on my vest or anything like that. Da, 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 da. And
Oh, that's
it's been
got to
a
be worth it.
world, a world of difference. And they've got these new huge panels now, and you can actually cut them to fit, right? So I wear a chest rig with a backpack attached to it. So I was able to cut enough to fit the backpack, and then I was able to cut a strip for the chest rig in the front to fit over my big fat gut. And it just it makes such a world of difference, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. Yeah. So yeah, yeah,
They
not
look
even.
they look cool.
Oh, dude, it's just they're so good. So
I
I'm
need to
like,
get like 8 of them for all my chest rigs, considering I have like so many loadouts, and I need to get some for those. My plate carrier is vented. It's that non-virtual
remind
chest.
me, remind me.
Yeah,
We'll talk to
yeah,
Mark. Remind me. We'll go talk to Anthony.
yeah, I need to get some for those chest
Yeah,
rigs.
he's our local salesperson and
Yes,
also our sponsor rep. So we'll talk to him.
that
Nice.
guy still gets hot in the wintertime, so you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You mean being over the recommended weight for our size is bad? What?
What?
It's gonna have to cause our muscles to work more?
Yeah, whatever. My doctor, I'm sure my doctor doesn't know what she's talking about. You and your
You see a
college
doctor?
degree.
The only doctor I see anymore is Dr. Pepper. The rest of them just got bad news.
Right.
Jeez.
Remember those Dr. Pepper commercials that with the? It was like a few years ago. They were real popular back when the little mini guy. There was
Yeah.
like a '80s rock singer or something with the high
Yeah.
voice
A little
and the
sweet.
long hair.
Little sweet.
That was my favorite of all the
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper commercials. That was my
Yeah.
favorite one.
Yes,
I
they
will.
got
Oh,
they got some
and
good
the
ones
chocolate
now.
rain guy.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that they would do a
Face on
crossover
rain.
and he would ride the Budweiser frogs before Budweiser did what they did.
Uh huh.
I would have immediately went and bought Dr. Pepper and Budweiser if I saw that. Just
For real.
yeah, little sweet taming the Budweiser frogs.
I don't know. I still think the greatest commercial ever is for the Squatty Potty.
The unicorns, yes, yes, you would.
What
Love
is this?
Squatty Potty.
Squatty potty,
You are welcome.
yes.
It's the
I
greatest.
want to say it sounds familiar. I want to say I've seen this thing.
You travel in military circles. You have seen this thing.
Basically, the stool you can put under your toilet so you can hike your legs up so
It aligns your
your
bowels.
yogurt falls out a little
Yeah.
easier and smoother. It's like
Okay.
a 5-10 minute commercial on YouTube, and it's one of the greatest things ever.
I'm self-convinced that Mark kept them in business for several years, just putting them at every toilet he came across. Went to McDonald's. There's no squatty potties here. Let me go buy 20 more.
It is
Uh,
helpful. They have those little steps there.
Yeah,
I've been meaning to actually make my own since I got so much, just a bunch of lumber there. I could put one together tomorrow.
Yeah. It's super simple, like a little step.
Just a little stool. That's all you need.
I have seen this one. Okay. Yep. I've seen that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
love that
that's
stuff
funny.
so much.
yeah. We were talking. We're like, are we gonna bring Stevenson on too? And I'm like, that's too many mats in one conversation. And our rabbit trails are real. And when you get the three of us together,
Oh yeah, you can bring somebody else on here. Go ahead.
this. Oh no, he's working tonight.
Oh, okay.
But we were laughing about. I was laughing about it. I don't think it was with you, Mark. I think I was actually laughing about it with Angel. We were talking about it. He's one of the guys on our team, and we were laughing. It was like, yeah, when we get to talking about something, we'll start at Starbucks and we'll end somewhere at a strip club in Canada. Like the rabbit trails are real.
That's how it goes, man. Yeah.
The conversation never goes anywhere, but the fun times continue.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's
Um,
about.
I'm telling you. But we need to get you. I know that you guys are primarily in the East Coast. We need to get you guys down here to one of our games, or we need to bring one of our games to you. We're working on that as well. Moving
So-
out of Texas.
Yeah, we've got. Let's see. I'm trying to think of how many people. I'm shocked at how many people I've talked to, like separately, that aren't all in one team or whatever. that are in your area. We've got
Most of us know each other, which is funny.
Honey Badger, right?
Yeah, I know Badger.
Muddy, I just had Muddy on last week. That does Muddy reviews. He's out there. He used to be in San Antonio. He just moved over closer to
He's
you got yeah DFW.
Yeah, he met us at the swap meet, Cricks.
Exactly.
I don't know if you were there this last swap meet, and we
Oh,
were just
okay.
hanging out. And he saw me. He said, "Aren't you Primate?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he said, "Oh yeah, I watch you." I'm like, "Oh yeah, dude, I watch you too on the
Uh
podcast."
huh.
So, yeah, yeah. So he's a cool guy.
I'm. He
Old
might be
mate
the
guy.
Mark might be the airsoft primate, but I'm the monkey behind the scenes. I really don't know anybody. I just sit back there and work. I
That's
just I
funny.
just I just keep all the trains on time and yell at Mark to get stuff done, and
I'm
then
the
he makes
more
fun of me for yelling at
sociable
him.
of everybody. Matt's busy taking photos. Crix is busy being angry at something or other,
Yes.
and I'm just there smiling, laughing, hopping along, just having a good time.
I
Until
would say
somebody pisses me off, then I try very hard not to,
I would say I
pile
have
drive.
resting pissed off face, but that's not resting.
Yeah, that's not resting.
No, no, it's generally probably mad at somebody. But no, the last game was outstanding. We took our
Yeah, I'm
second
looking at these
crack.
pictures. Actually, I wouldn't mind sharing the screen.
Go for it. Um, we had our second shot at. Uh, I don't want to watch the stream, so will this mess me up if I click on this thing? Let's see. Hold on.
No,
Okay.
I mean you don't have to. I
Well,
don't think you have to click on it.
I'd like to see what you see. I want to be special.
Be
All right.
special.
Yeah, these are some great pictures. We did our second, like over here, the guy that's flexing with the yellow armbands. That's our boy Angel. Um, we reintroduced civilians into this game, um, so that went really interesting. And we added a new type of mission called a puff or a pickup frago.
Oh, nice. What is that?
So
Explain that.
So the long and the short of it is, as you're interacting with these civilians, they may have a job or a quest or something for you to do. Like one of Mark's was, I need to get over there. Take me over there, right?
Yeah.
And when you get over there, if you complete it, your squad leader or unit leader can be issued a reward card, so a capture card, for completing that mission or a puff.
Yeah,
I have
that
no
went
control over puffs.
that
That's
went awesome. By the
It
way,
did. It went way better, and you guys were actually somewhat responsible. And I am actually shocked and
I
amazed.
was the most responsible out of everybody.
Yeah, everybody was expecting Mark to stab him in the back, but he was the only one that didn't. The rest of the civilians pretty much. I walked out in the field for the first time right about lunchtime, and all I can hear is, the civilians are hostile! The civilians are hostile!
except
Nice.
me, except me.
Yeah.
And
And the,
yeah, everybody was paranoid because I knew about maybe half or three quarters of the players that were there. And
um,
every corner I walked around, they were like, "Oh, he's here," and I'm just like, "Hey guys, what's up?" I'm like, you doing something?" I'm like, "No, no." But those guys who got me through that place, it was funny because when I
Angel.
was yeah when I was explaining what they need to do, I don't have it here, but I basically printed off the strong hand from Scary Movie 2. I said, okay, you need to hold on to this, bring it to that container, and then you need to bring me over there too. So both of us have to be there. I have to be alive. Yeah, if I get shot, I have to stay down. And I did get shot when I got about halfway through there. And remember, I'm about 235, 240 pounds. I get shot. It's a milsim. You can The guy who's dead cannot get up and run.
He has
You
to,
have
yeah,
to drag me.
it's a dead man drag, which means he cannot move unless it's for a safety reason. He cannot move under his own volition. He has to be drugged or carried, and he is completely limp when this
Woo.
goes down. He
Yeah.
is
So,
for all intents and purposes, a dead body.
yeah,
Whew.
two young gentlemen asked me, "Can we drag you?" I'm like,
You
"Can
can
you?"
try.
Can you?
You guys weigh about a buck 80 tops with all your gear on. I weigh 235. I don't care if I get dragged, but if you guys hurt yourselves, you guys signed the waiver. That's all on you.
Yep, you signed two waivers. You signed the
Yeah,
Fields waiver and my
exactly.
waiver. You got no
Yeah.
left leg.
But they got me over there. They kind of got stuck at the door because they got shot, and then they just one other guy who was with us kept yelling, "Bring him in, bring him in." But the thing was, Angel, the guy on the right side there with the two bands and the tie, he heard that conversation, the mission I was giving those guys, and he goes, "Okay, I'll be back." He turns around, goes to the other side. Their squad leader was in that area. He goes, "Hey, you got to stop these guys from bringing him over here." And I'm in coveralls and a cap, so it's obvious, and I'm huge, so they're trying to stop their own team from bringing me over there.
Yeah,
When
and
we
they
got
don't
over there,
realize it.
they
They're
don't
trying to, like, who are we
realize it.
supposed to stop? Who are we supposed to be stopping? And
Exactly.
the squad leader, there's video floating around on it. Angel shared with the team. And we're trying to parse through it to make a thing, and it's like their squad leader's like, we just shoot that direction. We got to stop them. They don't know who they're stopping. Eventually, we're shooting on our own guys.
Yeah, he was pissed. It was great. So they did end up getting me in there, and then I'm just laying on the floor there. They're saying, "No, we got to stop him from getting here." He goes, "No, he told us we had to bring him here," and he goes, "What? Get the medic." So they med me up, and we sat there, and then the guy, his name's Dusty. He's yelling at Angel, standing there, saying, "Hey, why'd you stop him?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do."
We're
Yeah,
still
I know they were on your team.
the verdict's out or isn't out yet. We're still trying to decide if he was being seriously pissed off or in character pissed off because it's pretty good.
Either way, I wouldn't have blamed him.
Yeah, I know.
But
that moment
it was
stuck out with civilians. Another moment that stuck out was Baker and the grenade.
Oh
So
God,
Baker is in a building called the Bank, and he has a thunder bee in his hand, and he pulled the pin on it, and people are in there, and he's like, "Get out of my bank! Get out of my bank!" Just walking around with this thunder bee in his hand.
Oh my
ready to
god!
let it go. What the players didn't know is that he didn't put any CO2 in that thunder bee. So even if he let go, nothing would have happened.
That's funny.
Yeah, and Baker's kind of an intimidating guy because he's like a skinny Viking who's still built like a tank with a giant beard and a deep gravelly voice. He always sounds like this.
He wanted to be.
That was one of the funniest things.
He wanted to be our team's LMG, and I'm like, absolutely not. You're going to be a door kicker. And he goes, why? I'm like, because when you go through a door, people get scared. That's why.
Scared.
When I come through a door, they look at me and go, "Oh, the Kool-Aid Man's here." Oh yeah.
Nice. So was this one of the guns that was given away?
That's one of the sniper rifles from GI.
Nice.
Yep.
Shout out Airsoft GI. Hell yeah.
Yep, they are, and I'm actually very surprised. I sent Cisco a text, and within an hour, which is a record for him, he got, because he's so damn busy. He got back to me, and he's like, "Yeah, we're totally down. Let me know when we get closer." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Nice. Let's see if this will work. If I pop this out. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I was trying to find when I pulled this up. I was trying to find the
There's Baker right there. If you scroll down, fourth row, fourth column, third one down, right towards the middle. Yeah.
No, that's not Baker.
Left, down.
Say,
there's kind
you
of.
should probably share the screen and go through these pictures because
Yeah, let Mark do that because he's.
it would be
Oh, by the way, there's our medic right there. Yeah.
yeah. Pull up your screen, Mark, and go through some of these. These are cool, and I want to see the giveaway stuff too.
Yeah, they did Redline Airsoft. Did they? Yeah, oh yeah, they got back with me too. They got back with me today too. Sweet. They do HBA engines.
Okay.
So they got with us. They gave a HBA engine and I think the connector cable or whatever it's called. I don't know HBA. I don't know what you want from me. They gave away a whole setup.
Yeah.
Everything but the tank, I think.
Gotcha.
All right. So I need to click one.
That's a good giveaway.
Yeah, that's Titan. They gave us like 6 or 7 batteries.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, lots 7.4s and 11.1s.
Nice.
This was I don't remember what that.
Enola Gay.
Enola Gay.
Yep.
And this is Baker. So
Okay.
Yeah, he's my number 1 door kicker, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fun to run around with.
Oh no, it's fun when he gets mad and you have to calm him
yeah.
down.
Yeah, like I think one night game we had, he got shot. I think I told you this, Iraq, but he got shot in the back of the neck when we were already dead. And the guy was basically said, "Ow, that hurt." Blah 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 blah. I'm already dead. And the guy said, "Well, maybe you shouldn't play airsoft." This man is ex-army, so he played the real version of this. So
That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how'd you like here?
it was
Pull
hilarious.
up a picture of Brian. The picture of Brian there. How'd you like this guy to roll up on you and treat your real world wounds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'd be like, what? Don't put dirt in it. What are you doing?
he's our licensed medical staff.
Yeah, the guy with the OD green pirate hat and the
Yep.
Nice.
glasses that make him look like a Milton from Office Space is our medical.
Yeah, right. There you
He
go.
always forgets how
Or
big those are because
bubbles.
normally he wears a sniper hood over it. So he normally you normally don't see it. He forgets how big
Oh,
that thing is
okay,
though.
okay. Yeah, what was
Yeah.
the what is it? Trailer Park Boys that
Yeah,
do bubbles or
bubbles.
something?
Yeah, that wow, that is who you remind. I've
That's
No,
actually
a
watched
I
that
was
one.
singing that to him when he got there. When he got to the field, I was singing the cat shanty to him.
nice.
Yeah.
One of our admins and loyal players, Solotron.
That's our Redline Airsoft rep,
Yep,
actually.
yep, Solotron
Oh,
Solotron.
Airsoft.
okay.
Yep.
Yep,
We need to get him on here.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yes, blah blah. Oh, yeah, there's
Yeah.
he
What
was a
was his? What? That's a kobold. What was his
cannibal.
character's name?
I don't know, but he was just confusing the whole time. Everyone was frustrated. He wasn't the smartest guy out there. He would just
So
wander off.
He looks like a construction foreman on a job site.
he's supposed to be a foreman. So the entire
Yeah.
story is that the U.S. is looking for alternate sources of energy or energy in general, right? Energy reserves of some type. So they've outsourced it to different companies. And these two companies are what's fighting right now. Well,
Yeah.
this guy's character, Boslo or something like that.
Moscow.
Bosco. It's Bosco. He was foreman Bosco, and he's supposed to be the foreman for the um, water dam, hydroelectric dam. There we go, hydroelectric
Okay.
dam in the area. And one of the missions that persisted throughout the day was that there was a bunch of boxes that were locked with padlocks, and only Bosco had the key to those locks, and teams had to escort him to those boxes that were worth a massive amount of points.
Mm-hmm.
And he would unlock the box and hand it to a player because Bosco doesn't carry shit. You carry everything. But then you had to get the boxes and Bosco back to your base to turn them in. And the boxes and Bosco were stealable. So either faction could, get in a firefight over Bosco and the boxes and steal them. And it was just a persistent frago throughout the day. It was
Mm.
actually it went over very, very well. And it actually almost decided the game.
Yep. Because it was Redwood was basically hair and ass throughout the whole game, and then this is kind of what helped out Anubis for a little while.
Yeah. So Redwood was all about, hey, I'm going to basically own this field. And Anubis, the opposing force, was just punching out to complete missions. And that's how they were keeping pace. They weren't holding any lines. They were just punching out to complete the mission. This girl right here deserves a shout out.
Oh yeah, little Maddie, the
That girl
most
is a beast.
badass.
Don't let her sneak up on you, because she
Dude,
will.
dude. What
She does
she's
not
one of
offer
the
She,
parlay.
yeah, definitely sneaking up. She's tiny.
She does not offer parlay, and be the person that doesn't call that first hit, because she will mag dump you.
uh-huh.
She will not hesitate either.
She's a
Ask
little
me, no.
badass demon.
She shot me. She shot
That's
me in
her
the back.
dad.
I started reaching for my dead rag, and apparently it wasn't fast enough because then she gave me like 5 more.
Damn.
Yeah, no
She-
mercy, this little
so-
gal.
Yeah, out of everybody,
And
if
then
I want to team up somebody, it's definitely her because she'll run out there. And I heard stories that from the Redwood Command just saying, yeah, she was up there the whole time whenever she was resting, saying, "Where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to go? I want to go do something. You need me to pick up something up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go." Of course,
she was a trooper.
yeah, she's awesome. Her dad's
So,
awesome. Too. Two guys are
Yeah, so the ugly guy in the middle there, that's Anthony Patton. That's the guy from Body Armor Event, and he'll be the first one to tell you he's ugly. And then and then you got Sarge all the way on the corner there. That's the guy that got pissed off because he was shooting on his own guys.
Oh, okay.
don't know who that is, but yeah, these guys pretty much all won the body armor event stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, well, except for Anthony.
Yeah, well, he owns a company. He's part
Yeah.
of the company, so yeah.
I think actually Unicorn Airsoft was one of our side sponsors, and he actually gave Maddie a rifle, didn't he?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he gave her own rifle because she was using one of her dad's, and
Oh
now she has her own.
yeah. Peter.
Yeah, Unicorn
Yeah.
Airsoft.
Yeah.
Peter.
I always just call him Peter or Thorny.
I don't think I know him.
Uh, we'll,
Nope.
we'll we'll see if we can get an introduction. That's
Yeah, we got a
so
photo.
you know how in every sport there's that one guy that buys all the stuff that you really wish you could afford. That's Peter
Yeah.
Torme.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. He just has a trailer
Everything,
full of stuff and more stuff at his
everything.
house.
I still have
Yeah.
some of his stuff. He let us use his trailer to admin out of and everything, and I still have some of his shit in my garage.
Oh,
Like
Steve.
the owner D14. Yep, they gave away a Lancer Gen 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, awesome guy. More stuff. More stuff. More
So there was a lot of giveaway
Tyson.
stuff for this event.
Yep. Yeah, that's Tyson right there. That's another one of our side sponsors.
Okay.
What's oh god, I can't remember the name now because he just started it again. Not One Tribe.
Grovet.
Brovets, thank you.
Yep.
Brovets. So Brovets was a charity organization started not too long ago. Tyson was very heavily involved in it.
Okay.
Then COVID hit and it fell apart, and
Mm,
so Tyson is trying to bring it back. And the
gotcha.
idea behind Brovets is it's a non for It's going to be a non for profit that basically brings airsoft to veteran communities.
Gotcha.
Um, because it helps us so much. Like it definitely helped with a lot of my rage issues that I've had.
Sure.
I've had a couple of other military buddies. It's helped with their anxiety. You know that
Yeah.
anxiety right when you get out, right? You feel like you're all alone. You've been there.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately, even though you have probably friends reaching out and stuff, you feel like you're all alone in civilian life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So airsoft brings a little of that camaraderie back. So
Right.
yeah, it's been really important for a couple of those guys too that were actually introduced in the first iteration of Brovets. So he's starting that
Yeah.
all up again.
Yep.
Yeah. My first job out of the military when I got out, we were still in California for a little while.
I'm sorry.
My first job was I know, right? My first job was delivering auto parts. Okay. So it was just a temporary thing until I found this other thing, but still. Uh, and when I go there, it's the job is normal, like it's normal to them, but to me, coming out of the Corps, I was like, first off, these do like everything is way slower. Okay, everyone is slow, everyone is lazy, and there's no organization compared to what I just came out of, and I was like, what? Like I had a really hard time slowing down. Like it was very difficult.
Oh, isn't it trippy that first time that your manager makes you take a break? Isn't
I know,
doesn't that drive
dude.
you
I'm
nuts?
like, they're like, you're kind of intense. I'm like, yeah. I mean, what? Why y'all just lallygagging? Let's go.
My first job, got out of the military, was actually a fast food restaurant, and
Yeah.
within 2 weeks, I had two write ups for being too aggressive because my
Yep.
solution to correcting somebody was the knife hand. I immediately went there, just like inches from their face, and
Yeah.
because that's how we are taught,
That's what you do.
and yeah, that's how you correct a Marine. You get the knife hand this close, and they know you're serious. If it's too far away, they think you're joking with them. You got to get it right there, just
Nice.
close enough where they think you're going to smack you. Yeah, see,
Is that,
there's my big fat
is
ass
that
in
what you're
red.
doing now in this picture?
No, this is me doing the safety brave, which I really need to hand off to somebody else. I really need to stop doing it because while I'm trying to do the safety brief, I'm trying to do 40 other things, and something always falls through the cracks.
That's funny.
All right, I'll stop sharing and stop drawing over Crixus.
But yeah, we got a. I was trying to find the. Did you have that picture of the Jack, the guy that won the Jack?
It's in there somewhere.
Okay, hold
I'll,
on.
I'll put everything together. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
If
and
you want to
speaking
see
of
all those,
photos,
yeah, if you guys
also
want to see all those photos, you just go jump on Kinetic Impact Airsofts, Insta Snaps, or Facebox.
KineticImpactAirsoft.com.
Yeah, or the website that Mark so lovingly made that I always forget about.
Well, I've got it on screen
Earlier,
right now.
man.
You guys can't see it, but it's getting recorded right now on the over your faces. Okay.
Oh,
So I've
that's
got your
fine.
Instagram.
Okay, good. I can take my top off.
Yeah.
KIA.
Wait.
No, no, no. It's going away right now. So don't be doing anything crazy. Okay.
But now people are gonna have to see all this ugly right here, and it's. I'm not
It's
responsible
okay.
for subs you lose because of my ugliness.
Like I give a crap about subs anymore, bro. YouTube is like everything has just come to a screeching halt. So
Really?
yeah, so back in February,
Were you shadow
uh,
banned?
yeah, so Instagram and Facebook completely banned guns. Now, it's a shadow ban, but it's actually in their terms. So what's going to happen is uh, your airsoft stuff, whatever, on Instagram, your page will not grow unless people share it. Okay,
Yeah.
so my Instagram was growing probably about 100 a month or so, 50 to 100 a month. Okay, and now I got just a few months ago, it's stuck at 2349 or 2352, whatever it is, and let me see where it's at, and it's been there 2347, and it has not moved one iota at all. And this is across the board. Defro Airsoft, same thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is yeah. So
Well,
it's pretty
it's
much a
also
shadow ban
hurting.
across the board.
It's also hurting us. We were looking at it, and
Yeah.
90% of what we do as far as advertising is over Facebook.
Yep.
So we have to find creative ways that
Uh-huh.
don't show airsoft guns to
Yeah.
advertise. Because if we don't, nobody sees it.
Nobody sees it, bro.
And if you don't see it, you don't know what's going on.
Absolutely. Well, see, that's all
It's
they have to do. They don't. They're not going to go through. It's way too much work for them to go through and start, taking all these channels down and doing all these, sending out all these, whatever it is, the stuff, notifications and stuff on your channel for posting stuff.
yeah,
Like
they're just
it's
gonna
way
let it die
easier.
on the
Just
vine.
they
Yeah.
just turn it off. They put it in their algorithm that just automatically turns it off behind the scenes. You don't know, and you're just like, oh, why did my followers on Instagram just completely stop? Like not even one, not
Well,
even one.
I'm sure that our
It's
Facebook,
weird.
I'm sure that our K.I.A. Facebook has been flagged because there's
Yeah.
been a couple times where I put a post up, and it's like this doesn't meet Facebook standards or whatever, and all it is the K.I.A. logo. That's it. And I'm like, what? It's a
Uh,
K.I.A. logo with the date of our event. How is this? You
you're
have to,
promoting an event, bro.
yeah.
Mm-mm. They don't like it.
Yeah, so now whenever I create ads for us, I gotta say, oh, I can't put an airsoft gun on here.
No,
'cause
or
we also
violence, or
Yeah.
it's great that we named our event Blood Money.
yeah. That's helping us so much.
I know, right?
Corporate
But yeah,
wars,
you're gonna have to
blood.
get
Yeah.
creative ways to.
Well, that's okay because the next one's Corporate Wars 2. The re-bloodying. No, I'm kidding. Uh,
Nice. Yeah.
and
What
then
is
the
the
third
one
one's gonna
called
be
in
Corporate.
April?
Right now it's just Blood Money 2. We don't have a working title yet.
Gotcha.
We
Gotcha.
still don't even have technically even have a story.
Yeah.
We have like a very rough outline, and we
That's
kind of
cool.
know.
I mean, you got
What
some
we do
time.
know. Well, what we do know is it's going to be green camouflage patterns versus civilian attire no camouflage. So that's what we can tell you right now. We're still kind of arguing back and forth over team names for the civilian side, but Redwood will make an appearance because they won, so now they got to hang around for a minute. So
I still say we need to just name it Corporate Wars Blood Money to let me speak to the manager, the Revenge of the Karens.
no, Revenge of the Karens is a is the next BB Wars. That's the next BB Wars.
That's
I'm
a
gonna.
good one.
I've been bugging Cisco to let K.I.A. just run BB Wars from now on out here.
Yeah, that sounds good. I
Yeah, yeah.
I
The one BB Wars. Hey, not tooting my own horn, but the one BB Wars that I ran, everything ran on time. Nothing was late. All the games were banging. Like, come on. And then the BB Wars after that, they went back to record setting numbers, and then everybody walked away with like, man, I heard BB Wars got better. What happened? Yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
you also ran the Dark Side, and we ended up smoking
Yeah.
the Rebel. So I got to join the Rebel next time for this next one they have up here. And
Well, what I'm thinking, and Matt's not here.
I'm reaching out to Crixus too, saying to Cisco, saying, "Hey, man,
And
I'd like to sponsor that," and so would K.I.A. So
no, well, I've already told him we want to sponsor too, so we've both been leading his ear. But I really wanted to be Matt versus Matt.
oh yeah,
That would be so good. Me versus Stevenson. Let's go all day.
well, it'd be either be you, Stevenson, or Martinez out there.
Martinez isn't a challenge. All you got to do is put a Twinkie somewhere away from the objective.
Bro, I would think that too. I don't eat a lot of sugar, man. I would find that before he would, because I will run. I
Martinez
would,
doesn't. Martinez doesn't run. He does the jelly roll.
yeah, much like a lot of us.
No,
Now, when you guys were doing this event, did you have? How did you guys keep the game flow going? Did you have like would you change objectives or throw in like different spontaneous things with a third faction, like the civilians have them do certain things, whatever? How did you keep the game flow going where it didn't get
so
stagnant and just force on force kind of
so
shit?
so there's several different things that go on. Right? First, and pardon me if I get fragmented while I'm looking doing this because I'm going to actually pull up my Fraggle sheet. I don't mind if people see this. It's I wish more people would do this. So if I can figure out how to share the screen, we'll find out. um, but so we have all the
Is there a
control points,
button?
right? So we have the ground war consistently going on, and then you have the civilians doing all the puffs, right? So those are randomly happening.
Oh, okay, okay.
And on top of that, we also have where are they at? Fragos. Here we go. Uh, that's the Fraggle log. We don't want that. There's blood money. Okay, master Fraggle sheet. Hey, Mark, how do I share screen? Let's see. No. Share your screen. Okay, cool. Is it going to let me pick which screen? Yes, it is. Click. Yeah, I don't care. Go live. All right. So, can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, if you look all the way over here, I've got the title of the Frago,
Yeah, man.
and then each of them have a box that they're issued at the beginning of the game, each of the COs, and in those boxes are numbered files. And so I'll say, all right, cool. Heads up, run Frago 1. Cool. So Redwood will pull Frago 1 and on their side, and then ADF will pull Frago 1 on their side, and they are opposing Fragos.
Okay.
So one is, your CO or XO has to go out for an hour. The other one is saying, hey, there's CO or XO's out there. You need to go get them. And that's the first Frago. And then these are all Fragos.
Bro,
So, and then there's Bosco down
that's
here.
a lot.
Yeah, so we actually ran less than we normally run because of the puffs. I didn't want to overwhelm it. We only ran about 22 Fragos in a one-day event.
Mm-hmm.
Normally we run somewhere around 30, 40.
Okay.
But I didn't want to overwhelm it with all the puffs and all that stuff.
Huh.
But a lot of this just, it boils down to stuff that you do, and this is why we call ourselves an introduction to Milsim, right? Because a lot of the stuff is stuff that you do on a pickup day. Like
Okay.
right here, com relay defense, right? There might be a prop involved, but it's standard defense offense. You got munitions capture, standard defense offense. You got pilot down, right? You got artillery destruction. You go here, do this. A lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Triangulation defense is probably the only unique one we have where they have to set up 3 objectives at the same time and hold all 3.
Oh, that's cool.
And the offenders only have to get one of those 3 points to
Okay.
to stop whatever's
To
going
stop the
on. But the defenders
triangulation,
have to
yeah.
hold all 3. Yeah.
Right.
You got computer hacks. That's escort the VIP over here. Again, this is all stuff that everybody's done on a pickup day, right? But we're taking all these little games and making them mini games inside of a larger game, which
Right,
makes them,
right.
awesome. It's the cool guy missions.
Yeah, for sure. And it keeps the game flow going.
Yep. And then we have my favorite mission of the day, which is the final push. The final push is there's an objective on the field, and both COs know it. And depending on the field and on how things have flown through the day, like as far as where we're at and where the battle lines have been drawn, we do one big, massive gunfight, and we bring the mobile respawn points as close to the gunfight where we want it to happen as possible. So that is just one big, huge throwdown, empty your mags fight for the last 30 minutes of the game.
Oh, that's cool.
And we set off, and I'm going to go ahead and, how do I stop sharing this now? Stop streaming, is that it?
Same button.
Yeah, same button. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't show me this again. Yay, happy face. Okay. So yeah, but it's, oh, you there?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I clicked the button and I don't know where it went. I can't see you guys anymore.
No, do you just see yourself,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
do you?
No,
Okay.
I hit the. I thought I was closing this whole sidebar right over here, but I wasn't. I
Oh,
was closing the whole program. But I
yep.
just put it down in the systems tray, so we're good.
where
Gotcha.
it's like,
Don't.
oh no,
Hey, you know what?
Hey, man, you're good. You're still here.
I'm good. I'm good at what I do. This is not what I do, Mark. Come on. But yeah, so that's basically a system we use. I know that like there's a lot of different ways that fraggers are introduced in milsims. This is the way that we've been doing it the last five, six. Actually, we've done it since the very beginning. This is the system. We've refined it since then. We got
Yeah.
rid of some of the missions that don't work, some that are just too complicated. But it all comes down to just kind of knowing when to drop a mission where. So and just keeping your ear to the ground. Like I don't do any of this from a tent or a car or anything. Like I had a car going fob to fob, right,
Yeah.
to check on COs and XOs, but I did my best to try to be out in the field to kind of get a vibe for what's going on because I need to know where the battle line is, where combat's going on.
Hmm.
So yeah, because I don't want any mission to be like, hey, just walk over here into this area you already have and grab this box and walk back. I want them to earn it.
Yeah, right. You need a couple drones up in the air, bro, so you can spy on the whole field.
So one of our sponsors, 2020 Imagery, has said that multiple times. But I am paranoid that his his $2,000 drone is going to get shot at by some jackass that didn't
Yeah.
listen to the rules.
it's more than $2,000, and because people will admins.
Oh, it happened.
Your COs, your XOs will tell you do not shoot at the drones.
And somebody will do it. So last time we had a drone out, actually the last time we had a drone out, somebody did shoot at it and it got close. It didn't hit the drone, but it got close enough to the camera where the drone went into emergency land because it thought it was going to hit something.
Oh my God.
And so it landed, and luckily Matt Stevenson, who was a friend of the drone pilot, was right there to like just kind of land it in his hand. So
Wow.
we got super lucky, but we were all super pissed off. Like
That's
we were
crazy.
close to a game stoppage to figure out who shot at the drone.
Oh my God.
But
Okay.
What was
well-
that one?
that was the last one, not this one, but the one before last that we did at D14.
Oh yeah, Kingmaker.
Yeah, the last one I did with my previous partner. Yeah,
Yeah.
previous business partner, pervs.
That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that
it's-
sucks.
Well, if it's one thing that I've learned from doing laser tag, Little Johnny's everywhere, and if Little Johnny
Yeah.
can, he will break your shit
Exactly.
because Little Johnny don't give a fuck.
Nope.
So yeah, so whenever we design anything, like we're talking about the prototypes for the control points earlier. Whenever we design anything, we design it with Little Johnny in mind because he will
Yeah.
break that shit.
Makes sense.
So, anyway, do you have any other questions about the event? Because it went really well.
No, it sounds amazing.
It is. I mean, you got to get out here. You got to check it out. Even if you're
Yeah.
just on the sidelines. Here's what you need to do, E-Rock. I figured it out. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna come down, right? You're
Yeah.
gonna kind of shadow me,
Okay.
right? So that I can go play in one of my games, and the next game I'll just let you run it.
Yeah.
And as an NPC, all it is going to be, hey, full auto on Crixus.
Why are all the missions just get on the podcast? I don't know. I don't understand.
I will call both COs. And
That's
say,
what it's
hey,
gonna.
Crixus
Don't let
on the
me run
field,
it.
End him.
It's gonna be nothing will get done. The whole place will fall apart because I'll just be standing over on the side like, oh, you're new, like you never been on the podcast. All right, let's impromptu podcast right here. Let's go.
Oh,
walking
that-
around with,
3.5 hours later,
just walking around with your phone and one of those like new like plug-in mics, the little tiny ones.
dude. I want to get
That
those
was-
and do a review on them. I want to test them out.
From everybody I've talked to, they work fairly good, but they're pretty fragile.
Okay.
So
yeah. Do on the field podcast, follow one player throughout everywhere.
Mark, didn't you do that at our
yeah,
last event?
sort of. It was a
You and Boulder?
Yeah, me and Boulder, one of our good buddies at D14. One of the goofiest guys out there. He always has like a giant Bluetooth speaker on him, and he's always overheating.
So Boulder, there's two reactions you have to what Boulder does. It's either fucking Boulder, damn it, or he did something completely awesome. It's like fucking Boulder, yeah. It's one of the two. There's never
Sounds
in
like
between
one
with
of
that
the
man.
guy in Super Troopers,
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
no, we like it. We like Boulder though.
Farva.
But
yeah.
he's not. He's Farva. They like Farva.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's most of the time he's out there overheating because he'll buy like real Russian winter gear, wear it out there.
He's wearing black Russian winter uniform in the 107-degree heat with like
Oh my
80%
god.
humidity. Going, we'll be fine. We'll
He'll
be
be fine.
fine.
We had a night game where Crixus and I actually checked him, and he was passing out. So we had to like carry him.
Carry him off the field.
Yeah, we had to carry him. Get
That
him
big
in the
son of a
car.
bitch.
Yeah, he's
It's
not.
a
He's
fucking boulder.
Yeah, that's
Well,
one of
well,
those
yeah.
times.
But yeah. We had our event over at JTC Tactical. Great guys too. They were out at our event too. which
Yeah,
was
the
awesome.
Jaegers is their
Yeah,
team.
the Jaegers. They
Okay.
were cool. Love those guys. But we were out there in Oklahoma, and of course, me being old and tired, didn't play. It was a 2-day event. I didn't play the second one. The first game I had a blast, but yeah, I was shot. So I just walked around with a yellow vest, taking photos, taking video that I still haven't processed. And then I saw Boulder. I'm like, hey, let's go around and interview people. Just find dead guys and like go interview them. So we ran. We started running.
Today.
How did you die today? And it was so stupid and so much fun to do. It's like I wanted to do that again, but Boulder was playing this time, so it was just a 1-day event. So it was
Oh, you
just a
should have
lot of
grabbed
fun.
Sauce. Yeah, you would have been funny with Sauce.
Oh no, we would have ended up causing him. After Sauce caused a lot of paranoia, more than me. I was just observing,
Hey.
and I was just walking around scaring people, but I didn't do anything. But Sauce was literally, like, we were at the Citadel, one of the main big areas, buildings in at D14, and I walk in there, and all these guys were yelling at him. This is like the start of the day, and he's just like, "What? What? I'm not doing anything." And I say, "Okay, I'm gonna go." Here, I put my gun away. I just had my pistol. Put it away. Took the mag out. Put it in my pocket. I'm walking away. I'm walking away. And then I hear, "All right, I'll see you later, Mark." Just like that, I turn around. Sauce is standing there with a grenade in his hand, like this. He's just like, "See you
my
later,
God.
Mark." And then 5 seconds later, you just hear grenade. The people running.
Yeah.
He didn't get any of them. They all got into cover at the perfect time. So
Oh my god.
Sauce and I and Sauce is the guy who painted my guns. That purple one, that green one.
Oh yeah.
Awesome dude.
Yeah,
awesome
he's a great guy, man. I'm so
Yeah.
glad we got him on the team.
dude. Yeah, sweetheart.
We got a lot of good people on our Airsoft team, and I'm actually surprised a lot of them weren't teamed up already when we went and talked to them.
I
So
think people were just too scared to talk to Baker.
yeah.
Mm.
And Cobalt's too much of a smart ass. Not a
Oh,
lot
then
of
you
people
got
read
then you got Doc,
him. I love Doc.
our walking hate crime.
Well, so how many people you guys have on your team on K.I.A.?
So we have a main roster of about 12 people, and then we got a side
Okay.
roster of 2. So
Okay.
and then we rotate people depending on because we do with what's not KIA FTE. KIA is the company, FTE is the team.
That's right. That's right.
Um,
That's right.
So FTE has about 12 members, 14 if you count the side members. But we do about a once-a-month gathering where we all try to get together. Sometimes we'll just talk and bullshit, watch cartoons like a bunch of kids, which my wife loves so much. That was our last meeting before the game. The game was another meeting, was last month's meeting. Next month's meeting, we're actually on the 4th, November 4th. We're going out to Valnut Airsoft. I don't know how you pronounce that. I still can't. VALKNUT. Valknut.
Valnut.
Valnut? Is it Valnut? Is the K silent? Is it like knife?
Knife.
Knife?
What,
Yeah.
what is it? Val?
VALKNUT.
Valk? We're gonna look it up.
They got a small field about 3 hours to our west here, and they've been on my radar for a while. I met the owner a few times here and there in passing. He's super stoked for us to come out, so we're gonna have another team day out there. And ironically enough, that just happens to be when their swap meet is, so we might get some goodies while we're out there. Who knows? Or Mark might get another STD. I don't know.
Pretty sure what the SDA I currently have will probably kill that.
For a guy
I won't
that
be able
never
to
gets
make it
laid, for a guy that never gets laid, I don't know how he does it. He's just a miracle
Well,
of
let's
modern
look up-
science.
Hey, what I do
I'm
when I
trying to figure
black
out
out, I don't
what
know.
that word is.
It's something Viking.
Okay.
I would assume by all their branding. Hold on, let me see if
Okay,
I can
okay.
find it, and I'll post it in here.
Here, I'll share it. I already
So
found.
it, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Uh,
Yeah, it does have a Norse.
yep.
This is why we keep
Uh,
Mark around. He's normally on shit.
Yeah,
I,
buddy.
I'm
There
I'm
we
a
go.
13th degree black belt in Google foo.
Love it.
I'm still trying to
Love it.
figure out what Google is, so you're ahead of me.
Give it a googs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it the thing I use to find my porn? Isn't that what Google is?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's what Ask Jeeves was from way back in the day.
Well, porn got wise to it. They have the incognito mode now.
I don't know
Yeah,
what you're
right.
talking about.
Exactly. It's incognito.
Yeah, this is one of
I
those.
was talking to somebody like months ago, right? And he goes, "Yeah, if you want to check, if you want to do like a search for like, let's say your YouTube channel, right? You want to Google it or something like that." He said, and you don't want it to, know your like if you want an authentic result, like what somebody else would do, right? What somebody else would see
Yeah.
in the search or whatever. Then you open up an incognito tab, and I go, "Oh, you can use that for more than just porn." Okay, got it. All right, so
But
this is their website or their Facebook page. Okay.
Yeah, they don't have a website yet.
And they're in
I thought they did. I
o-
thought I found it the other day.
Ovalo, Texas.
Yeah.
West of
Okay.
us.
Yeah, about
A
3 hours to
veteran
the west.
owned and operated fields. All right. Huh.
It's a smaller field. I think they've only been open for a year or so, maybe around there, 1 or 2 years. But they've been on our
Okay.
radar. So they talked to me right after the game about the viability of maybe us doing a smaller game there.
Nice.
Yeah, and I don't know yet until we see the field. I don't want to promise anything to anybody until I know for sure.
So I looked up that word
Yeah,
meaning, right? Valknut meaning. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Let's see.
is that how a Viking
Pronunciation.
finishes? The deed.
No, it's
Knot?
right. No, it's a knot. Like
Is it?
KNOT. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a knot of those fallen in battle. The
Well, now I
term
feel shitty for making
Valknut
fun of
is a
that.
modern Norwegian compound word
Oh.
meaning knot of those fallen in battle.
That's funny because then KIA killed in action. Has it
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
no kidding,
Valkyrie.
right?
Hey, Mark, I don't think we're
Uh-oh.
gonna.
Just a
I
dead
don't think
guy.
we're gonna make it out of this one.
Yeah,
That's what it
sucks.
sounds like.
Yeah, it sucks. I won't be able to make it next week, man. I wish or that trip on the 4th.
Are you gonna be stuck?
Yeah, I got my mom's birthday that weekend, so yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
To the side roster he goes.
Yeah,
All right.
to the side roster.
Oh no, the production on design has slowed down a little bit. I don't know what happened.
Why are all of our advertisements the same cat poster over and over and over again, Mark? You can do it. Hang in there. Yeah, so we're checking that out, and then JTC. Obviously, we're gonna go back up there and talk to them some more. We just kind of decided our next 2 games are probably going to be local at D14. We want to concentrate on building our local player base and then trying to get them to move with us when we go to remote fields.
Gotcha.
And so it's really hard. It's really hard to do. So,
Okay.
and then I'm constantly taunted by you, AMS, and the fact that your games sell out in minutes, you bastards.
They've been around for a long time.
I
Man.
know.
That's
Who
what
is
I
it?
wanted.
AMS?
American Milsim,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's
So
what I
they-
wanted to tell you too. So thinking about Missouri, I'm like, bro, we need to grow local first before we start really branching it out for a
One of my
long
veteran
ass
buddies.
drive over there.
Well, hey, one of my veteran buddies reached out to me and he wanted Connecticut back to Airsoft to be a sponsor, and he said, "Hey, we'd like to check this out." And the Rock Airsoft in Missouri is a baller. Go look at some of the videos that come out of there. That field is ridiculous. It's an old rock quarry. It's a huge rock quarry that they turned into an airsoft field.
Man, who did I talk to? I talked to a couple people out in Missouri, and I think they told me about it.
Yeah. So, Xander is the guy's name. He goes by Ghost is his call sign, but we're gonna call him Xander because there's like 8 million ghosts in airsoft. I'm sorry,
Exactly.
you're Xander,
And
dude.
Reapers.
Yeah. Yeah. But Xander reached out to me and he was like, "Hey, this is my first event. We're gonna start our own production company, doing this stuff." And and he asked me for some advice. I gave it to him. I said, "Don't." My advice is don't.
That's terrible.
It's a horrible well. You're just going to jump down, and then you don't want to climb out because you're already here, right? So then you just go deeper into the well,
Oh,
and eventually you can't see the top anymore.
you're sucked in, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, I know what it is. Freaking the guy 6 millimeter Mandalorian that I had on. That's where they
yep.
play. Is they did Galactic Civil War. That's
They got
actually
another one coming up. Yeah,
their event. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, and that's where they play. Bolivar. I don't know how you say it.
yeah.
Missouri.
Bolivar.
Yeah,
That's how I
that's
heard it
there. He
pronounced.
was telling about the rock quarry. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're running a Halloween game there tomorrow. Actually, none of us can make it, but we did send them a SEMA Super 90 and some shells for their. It's not a raffle in Missouri for tax reasons. It's a giveaway for their giveaway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if it's a raffle, it has to go. All the proceeds have to go to charity, so they can't do that. It has to be a giveaway.
Hmm.
Legal.
So weird.
Whatever. Different laws.
Yeah. Right.
So, and well, that's okay. In California, everything's a giveaway. I mean, I'm sorry.
As a guy
Sorry,
that went
Larry.
through earthquakes, I agree.
California's just God's etch a sketch. He gets bored every now and again. Just goes, all right, hold on,
Dude, I was
start this over.
I picked up this girl. She's a hiker. She just moved here. I do Uber, right? Uber driver. So I picked up this girl. She was actually in the Marines. Okay, she was in the Marine Corps. Got out not long ago. She lived in L.A. in the middle of L.A. Okay,
Yeah,
her rent was $4,200 a month
yeah, I believe it.
for I think a 1 bedroom or something like that, 2 bedroom, whatever. But uh, it was gas was $9 a gallon before she moved here. She's only been in South Carolina for like 8 months, 6 months, something like that. And she's like, "Wow, this place is amazing compared to like she was
Anywhere's
out hiking
compared.
and yeah, she's like the vibe is so chill. Everyone's relaxed and like slow. Life is a lot slower here. It really is. If you're kind of a hyper person, like you're in a hurry all the time when you're driving, don't drive around here, bro, because there's a lot of dudes and old guys in pickups that are just like they're never in a hurry. Even on their way to work, they're not in a hurry. Okay.
Oh, I've never
That's
told you.
just
I've never told you my Uber story when I was doing Uber.
okay.
So this actually ties in. So in Dallas, and particularly down in Deep Ellum in that area, there's a lot of one-way streets. They're one-lane, one-way streets.
Okay.
And I pick up this couple at a bar, and I start driving down the street, and there's this guy behind me, and he is just losing his mind at every red light. The second it goes green, if I don't take off like Mario Andretti, he is losing his mind. And so about the third stoplight, because I'm catching all the reds, not intentionally, it's just the way that it's going down. I
Sure.
lean back. I said, "Do you guys want a free trip?" And they go, "What?" "I want to fuck with this guy, but I want to make sure you guys are cool with it. You're not going to give me like a 1 star. I will give you a free trip. End this trip right now. I will comp your trip. I will take you where you want to go, but I want to fuck with this guy." And they're like, "We're so down." I'm like, "All right, cool." Stop the trip. Wait for the green light. Green light happens. He starts losing his mind. Turn the car off. Get out. Pop the hood.
Oh
Wait for
no way.
Sitting there waiting, watching the light. It goes yellow. Drop the hood. Kind of wipe my hands like I did something. Got in. Start the car up. Light goes red. Green light goes. He hits the horn. Car dies again. We
Oh
go through
my
the
God.
cycle about 3 times. He goes, "What the fuck? Get that piece of shit out of the road." I said, "Dude, it's not my fault. My car's skittish, man. You keep scaring the damn thing. If you would just calm the fuck down, I could go."
Oh my God.
So not only
That's awesome.
they literally handed me a $20 bill when I dropped them off. And they're like, "That was the funniest shit."
Yeah, those. I know it was definitely Main Street in Little Elm because I know those lights. And
Yeah.
if you hit it,
There's one like
the
every
light-
there's
Yeah.
one like every 20 feet.
yeah, and if you the thing is that I used to go to Deep Elm all the time in my 20s, way back in the day. If you got to hit it just right, like a couple seconds after it turns green, you got to hit it, and then you could pretty much coast all the way to the highway. There's like 15 to 20 lights all the way from Deep Elm to the highway.
Yeah, you're either gonna
Damn.
get all
And if you
greens
hit
or
it
all
wrong,
reds.
Yeah, you're gonna get all reds or all greens. That's just how it ends up. So
Yeah,
we had to
and
time
I
that
could-
thing just right, and you
You
go
can, but
through-
you can take a right hand turn or a left hand turn at any moment and get on one of the side streets that aren't bad.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
Main Street is just a bitch and a half. And
Mm.
this guy apparently wasn't going to do that, and he was losing his fucking mind. It was great.
I haven't had any horror stories yet.
I'm actually
For
surprised you're making
driving.
money. I'm honestly surprised you're making money with it. Last when I got off the app, and keep in mind this is like 6, 7 years ago,
Oh,
they were
okay.
taking so much of the fare I couldn't make any money.
I make if I drive for 7 hours, just on average, I'll uh, I'll gross about 160.
That's not too bad. I mean,
So and I put $30 in my tank. So if I drive for 6 7 hours, now if I drive for more than that, now that's on. Now these are on regular daytime.
yeah,
I'm talking from like 9 in the morning until the afternoon. Like this is now if I do nighttime, make more. If I do events, I make more. But I've only been doing it for 2 months, so
yeah.
it's been I've really enjoyed it because I like
It is kind of fun talking to the people
right.
that
I
want to
meet a
talk to
ton
you.
of
Yeah,
people. Yep. Hmm.
that
Yeah.
I do miss that because it's fun.
Yeah.
There's one time I'm driving down by one of the colleges. It's the bigger one, Mark. That's right on 75.
Oh, South something, Western, whatever
Yeah,
it is. I know what
South
you're talking
something. We play foosball.
about. I know
Yeah,
Hickey's are over there or
yeah, yeah.
something.
That's
So
fun.
I pick up, and they've got all their dorms right next to the camp, right next to the stadium. So I get a ride there. I pick her up, and we're driving away. And they have, I don't know if they have it where you're at, but they have the fill the boot thing. The firefighters do. They go out there with a big mud boot,
Oh
and they want you to put your loose change in the boot or your cash. I'm like, fuck. And you're
yeah.
driving up to it, and the lady behind me is like, what? I'm like, I normally have cash on me. I don't have any change or anything to put in the boot. She's like, oh, I got like $5, and she pulls it out of her purse, and she goes, where's the button for the window? Now, keep in mind, I am old school. I do not have powered anything in my Jeep. It's all manual locks, manual
No
windows.
way.
Yeah, I am old school. I
Oh, that's
enjoy.
funny.
I I believe if you're going to open a window in my nice, contained, closed environment, you got to earn it. Roll it down.
Sure, but Uber riders don't.
Oh no, she loved it. She
That's
loved it.
cool.
She lost her mind. She's like, "This is amazing. This is so retro. Oh my god, I'm gonna send the picture to all my girlfriends." And she like leaned down and took a selfie with the crank for the
Uh
window
huh.
and sent it to all of her. Yeah, and it was like
That's
hashtag retro
funny, dude.
Uber. I'm in a
Oh my god,
2016
that's
Jeep
awesome.
Patriot, lady. This is not red. This is not a classic car.
It was a 2016,
Yeah.
and it had. Oh, so you just chose that option.
No, it was a hail damage vehicle.
Oh,
So it
okay.
was like a third of the price to get this
Yeah.
very nice car.
Right.
But they're
Right.
like, well, it doesn't have powered anything. I'm like, dude, you're speaking my language. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
that's wild.
where's this quote unquote hail damage? And he's like pointed it out. And I'm like, okay, cool. I went
Hmm.
home after I bought the car. I went home and hit it with a hairdryer and it popped out.
I was gonna say little tiny divot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hairdryer. Oh,
Uh,
look, I fixed it.
nice.
Yeah, I used to deliver furniture, and I loved delivering in that college area in the dorms for no reason whatsoever.
I wonder.
Now I wonder. Now I know why all those socks are still in the back of your car.
Oh God.
If this car's the rocking, Mark's in there knocking.
Yeah, those were good times in my early 20s delivering furniture over there.
Sure, that's what you call it.
My one of my buddies that lives out here, he found out I was doing this and he was like, "Don't do it." He did it back in 2019 and
Yeah.
he's like, "Don't do it, man." But he don't really like people. Like he likes driving and he drove a truck for years. And he's like, "Man, people suck. They're they dirty your car up and they this and that whatever." I was like, "Okay." It's like that's why I clean it. Like it's not a big deal. Like we put our grandkids in there, and they got food and crackers and all kind of stuff on their shoes and mud and stuff. Like I don't care. Like we just clean it out. It's fine.
I
Most
think
people are really cool, man.
the
Honestly.
worst I think I had was a guy cracked it. Like we get in the car, right, and all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, all right, who cracked the beer? Immediately. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't care if you drink back there, right? A, don't get fucking caught, and B, don't take it with you. Don't leave it in the car. All right, cool. So we're driving around. I drop these guys off. I don't inspect the car because I already have like another. You know how like sometimes it'll like
Yeah, it
give you the
pops
next
up
ride.
while you're. Yep.
Yeah, and you can't stop to check the car like you're
No.
supposed to. You have to go to the next ride.
Yeah. Right.
And I get there and she's like, "Oh my god, there's a beer spilled back here." I'm like, "Oh my
Ugh.
god!" So I had to comp her ride,
Oh,
right, for
okay.
customer service reasons. I comped her ride,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I took pictures of this beer, and he had drinking like this much, like say this is the beer can. He drank like this. He took a sip out of it and then just sat it down on
Oh,
the floorboard like a douche. There's a cup holder right there, you turd. At
oh my
least put it in the
God.
cup holder,
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I
you
haven't had
animal.
any crazy stuff like that.
Yeah,
Well,
if you're
that's
doing it during
honestly
the day, if you're driving during the day, I don't expect all the fun, crazy stuff to
no. The
happen.
fun, crazy
If
stuff
it's night,
happens like
oh yeah,
11 to
Yeah,
2.
that's when I would
yeah,
go.
Oh
If I
no, my
decided to go that way, I would totally do it at night just for the fun entertainment. Granted,
no
I need to be packing at that time, but yeah, it's
picking
gonna
up
be fun.
the 2 o'clock last call
Little
when you get the
chaos.
large lady that got her latest bedtime victim, and she's back there necking with them, and it looks like a walrus fighting for a fucking grape.
Hey, you never gave me an Uber
this
ride. I
guy.
don't know what you're talking about.
I used to joke with my wife that I'm gonna keep like a spray bottle of water and just be like, no, just
Yeah,
blast them in the back seat.
I haven't had any crazy stuff like that.
No, I did
But
it. I
yeah,
did it way
because
too long.
well, I've only driven 3 nights, like nighttime drive, maybe four.
Nights are the
So
worst, dude.
I drove a one, well, two concert events uh, that are close, like rock
Yeah.
concerts and stuff, and
Here's a
they were
question though:
cool, man. I took a bunch of
Were you ready to rock? You went to
yeah,
a rock concert?
yeah. I was ready to rock, bro.
Yeah.
It was cool. I rolled the windows down. I had free music. Like it was great, and
Stuck in that bumper to bumper traffic trying to get to
that
your
was not
pickup.
great. Yes. One lady, she actually walked a good half mile from the venue while it was still going on to get to a side street so she could get picked up, um, so that
Pro-
I didn't have to, the Uber driver didn't have to go
Well,
through that long line.
she was also probably trying to get the fuck away from the surge.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's my personal
So I
favorite.
went. I was a back road. I went and came up where she was standing, and I was like, oh okay, cool. So went
Yeah,
around all that.
those are my personal favorites. Like the only advice I'd ever give anybody doing Uber is don't chase the surge. If it happens where you're at, cool, but don't go driving towards it because you're
You're
gonna
talking
get
about
all.
the red
Yeah,
stuff on the heat map.
yeah. On the heat map, it'll
Yeah,
show
I don't
red.
ever do that.
Yeah, no, I did when I first started. I'm like, oh, I got to get to this
Okay.
area because you're
Okay.
going to catch all those jerks just on the outside of it that are trying to get away from it. So you're going to
Okay.
spend more time running away from it than you will getting to it.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't. Like I said, I've only done a few nights, and I don't really. I don't. When I see the heat map, I'm like, I kind of just go with the flow.
Yeah, just wherever
If
the
it
night takes you.
like I never review the drive, so when it pops up, I don't even look at it. I literally just I hear
Oh,
the sound, I click it.
they allow
I
you to
click it.
review the drive now.
No, you got like it's like 5 or 6 seconds that
Yeah.
it stays up, and it has the details on there.
Does it tell you the destination? Because that was my biggest problem. Is like you
Yeah, it
get
tells you. Yeah.
yeah. So my biggest problem when I was driving was like you get the pickup and
Yep.
the person, and that was it. They wouldn't tell you where you're going with this person.
So
So
I don't know about how it was back then, but like I said, I just started a couple months ago, and the way they have it now is the way it comes up on the app. When I first started, I could not see the destination; I could only see the pickup thing.
yeah,
But they have this like a rewards program, so it's like a star thing or something. What is it called?
you've been a good monkey. We'll let you know where you're going now.
Right, exactly. So that's what. So I'm on the gold, Uber Pro Gold. Okay,
Uber
is
Pro
what it
Gold.
is.
Well, see, now you got to get to that platinum, bro.
Right, platinum. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
you got to get to that
That's
platinum.
the
Then you got to
next
get to
one.
that
That's the next
diamond
one.
level, the diamonds.
So I'm at 387 points,
Oh,
and at 500 I'll be on platinum.
oh,
And
well,
it's you get one or whatever point per drive or some crap. So,
some shenanigans. Ours
but
was always the 5-star system, and that depended on what if you would get good or bad rides.
check it out right now. This is Friday night. Look how red it is right around there.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Around me. Well, oh, there's a concert over here right now.
You're triggering me.
There's a concert right by our house. Um, And I thought, maybe after the podcast tonight, maybe I'll go out at like midnight, 11 o'clock or something, and 11:30 or something, and go drive, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, we got our grandkids tonight, so I want to spend time with them.
No, it's trust me, you don't want if you're making good money during the day, just keep doing days. Don't bother with nights.
I
It's
I enjoy, like, I was surprised that I was
a
making
lot of
that much,
hustle.
because I asked a couple people, like, as we're talking, I was like, well, how much did it charge you? Like, what was the? Because I know what it came up for me, my end, and it's really, I can't remember what the difference was. It was like I'm getting well over half.
Yeah. No, like they must
So
have backed off because they must have lost too many drivers or something.
I
When I
wonder.
when I left, it was like 56% of the fare was
Okay.
gone before it got to me, and I'm like, all right,
Oh,
cool.
whoa.
Yeah, and
No.
I'm like at this point, it's not even worth me firing up the car unless I know I can make this amount, right? Because I'm
Yeah.
making less than $5 an hour now. I could go flip burgers for more
Okay.
than this, and I'm not putting the wear and tear on the car and wanting to strangle every third ride.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, and it fluctuates. One day, there was a good day or whatever, and in the same amount of time, 6 or 7 hours, I made like $230. I
Yeah,
put 30 in the gas tank, so I make
yeah. If you're
200 in
making
the
money, you're
day.
making money. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
used to
sure.
run. I used to run like to make that. I used to have to run like a 12-hour shift.
Oof, that's
So
rough, man. Yeah, I
and
get
then
stiff. I'm
yeah,
sitting in the car. I'm like, every third, fourth, whatever ride, I've got to just click it off for a second, stop
stretch.
somewhere, get
Yeah.
out, and stretch. Yeah.
Well, I used to start. I used to start at about 6 o'clock on a Friday night, and then I would drive all the way to 2 a.m.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and then I would try to focus on where all the bars are at. So Deep Ellum, unless there was like some kind of a Stars game or something, in which case I would not get anywhere near Dallas because Dallas can go fuck itself during a Stars game. Um, yeah, literally, like it's everybody that I'm self convinced that if you were an avid hockey fan, you probably don't know how to drive. Just from from,
Really?
from that
They
experience.
suck at driving.
You can go fuck yourself, sir.
Uh-oh. Are you a hockey fan?
I played.
Oh shit, that's right.
Well, we're talking about a sport that involves sticks. Of course, Mark's down.
Yeah, and I could punch people and check them into the bench. Hell yeah! How dare you, sir?
I said follow hockey. Do you follow hockey, Marcus?
Yes.
Okay.
For for the last 30 years, I've been following hockey.
That's
I
right.
will
You
say
did. You
I
actually
will
talked
say
about that.
this though. I've gone to several Stars games and they are fun to go to.
Oh, now you're trying to justify it.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yeah,
no, I'm
yeah.
not. Hockey fans are still the worst.
All
So
right,
The
I
I
know where
games
you
are
live.
fun.
I never watched hockey until last year. Last hockey season, my brother-in-law, my wife's brother, finally, he's a huge hockey fan. He finally got me to watch a game because it's always been on in the background,
Yeah.
and I was like, whatever. And I finally watched the game. We were over there last year, and I was like, this is actually fun to watch. What? What? Why haven't I been watching this? So I watched the whole season for the Carolina Hurricanes, which is our team down here. So
Won the
Isn't that
cup
just a
in
state of mind?
2000. They actually won the cup in 2004. I think they've won the cup. But
Have
yeah,
you?
it's one thing to watch a game on TV. It's another thing to go to a game, but it's another thing to go to a minor league hockey game because all hell breaks. It used to anyway.
They let them
'Cause
fight in minor leagues. I bet.
no,
And the
no,
pros are gonna
no,
stop
not
them every fucking
no,
time now.
no, not none of them, not anymore. They used to let them fight in the minors, but
Hockey.
there was a team in Fort Worth that I went to. It was like very minor hockey league. This is
Yeah.
where there's where like old people go to retire and then go play some more hockey. It was great. And
yeah,
I went in there and it was pretty packed. The stadium was pretty packed, and fights happened like every 2 minutes. And then one of the greatest things ever was watching. There was this one guy on one team, on the away team, that was like had to be like 7 feet tall. He was absolutely massive, just wrecking shop, just taking everybody out. Nobody messed with him, but if he got to you, you were down on the ground. And the best part was near the end of the game, there was this guy on the team in Fort Worth. He was this tiny little dude standing next to him. he just basically the play was going one way. That guy, that little dude, went the opposite direction, went twice around the rink, went back over, and when that big guy turned around, this little nugget flew into him, jumped off his feet, which is an illegal, which causes a penalty, but turned into a little ball and just like went shoulder first into the sky, slammed into him. All 7 feet, 280 pounds of him just like flew in the air and slammed on the ground. Both benches clear, and just they just tore each other up after that. And that was one of the greatest things
That's
I've ever seen.
awesome.
Hey,
So
Mark,
go,
have you ever
go
watched
to a game.
Shorzy?
It's so much fun. Oh,
Have you?
Shory's a great series.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love
That's
Shorzy.
everything you need. That's everything you need to know about hockey, in my opinion.
What is it?
Shorzy.
It's on Hulu.
It's on
Shorzy?
Hulu's. Season
Okay.
2's fitting to come out
Yep. Now,
here shortly.
watch Goon if you want to know about the fighters and stuff. But
Oh yeah, that's what's his face?
Stifler, Sean Williams
Yep.
shot. Goon 1 and 2. I love those movies.
Okay.
And
Um,
don't watch the Mighty Ducks movies because that's not realistic hockey. There's so many penalties in those.
The
that
Mighty Ducks, dude.
Yeah.
The original Mighty Ducks movie was really good.
it was,
the-
but
I
for
mean,
a
not,
hockey
you know,
fan,
it's a more of an inspirational.
yeah, yeah. But as a serious hockey fan, I watch them
Yeah.
like everything that just happened in those 30 seconds is a penalty on each and every one of those players.
You sound
So,
like a rule follower. We don't need
Oh.
no more rule followers.
Mark is not a rule follower. That
I
is
follow,
bullshit.
I follow the rules unless
is
the referee's
hearsay.
not looking, and then I'm jamming at somebody's stick in the ribs who kept messing with me.
Nice.
No, that's so. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, just to drop a little bit there.
Yeah.
The only few Star games I've seen are from a luxury booth that my dad's company owns. So I've never been down in the pit. I've been
Yeah, look at
upstairs.
him. Freaking jeez.
Next time we get some
Okay.
tickets, Mark, I'll let you know
Yeah,
if he's got a
name
free one.
drop or something, or what are you trying to do? Like yeah, you're in a luxury booth.
Yeah,
Actually, I've been in that booth before.
they're comfortable.
Twice.
They're comfortable. Lots of snacks.
They
Lots of
are,
snacks
but-
when things get boring.
Yeah, I ended up the
And
best
booze.
one for me though was oh yeah, the best one for me is my oldest friend, my best friend. His aunt used to work for Budweiser, and we ended up in one of the booths at the sponsor booth over at the old Cowboys Stadium. It was great. There was food everywhere. There was Budweiser everywhere.
Yeah.
Budweiser, but whatever. But it was the one and only football game I ever went to, and it was awesome. And
I
that was,
honestly
That was before the fall, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Before the
Yeah.
fall of Budweiser.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
actually.
that was early 2000s.
right,
I
right.
don't actually enjoy going to baseball or football games much anymore. It's just more entertaining for me to sit at home, drink beer that I don't have to pay $5 a piece for, and watch it on TV.
Well, like $9 now, but yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
so it shows you what I know. But going to the Stars game was a lot of fun. I will say that. Like it is enjoyable to watch from the luxury booth. I've actually been down in the pit too. That's actually fun. The guys at Star Stadium do a really good job of keeping you invested in the game.
So
Even
this one
like-
I want to ask. Okay, with all the new, I mean, technology doesn't really have anything to do with it, but architecture and designing and all this kind of stuff. Why the hell are ice rinks, these hockey rinks? Why don't they a lot more space? You know, put a lot for more space for the teams on either side. You got the coaches literally have to stand behind this thing. They're cramped behind the freaking thing. They got the wall right behind, the glass wall right behind them.
It's more, there's more space they can put a chair for a
Yeah.
paying
I
person.
get it,
See,
but
that
dude, I
and-
mean, look at all these stadiums. They've got great designs and stuff. You can, like, they're cramped. Seriously, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
it looks weird.
Yeah, yeah, and the only thing I really wish they would do, because I know for a while the NHL they wanted to increase scoring, because for like a good decade and a half it was all about defense, So low scoring, super defense, which
That's
was
boring
which
for
was
the-
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's boring for the viewer, but me,
Right.
I played my primary. I played a two-way game. I played both sides, and I love playing defense. As much as I love scoring, it's more fun to find the best player and shut them down and have them pissed off by the end of the game that they didn't get anything out of you. But the one thing that my first thought when they say increase scoring is like, do it how the Europeans have it. it's a bigger ice. The rink is a lot bigger compared to, like, if you watch the NHL's version of the World Cup. I can't remember what it's called, but
Stanley
basically,
Cup,
no, not the
No,
Stanley
that's
Cup.
America's.
That's
Yeah.
it.
oh,
That's America.
the
But yeah,
NASCAR.
if you watch, yeah,
It's one of those fucking cups.
that's
The
like,
KG cup.
okay, yeah. But if you watch the Winter Olympics and the hockey games and Winter Olympics, look at the size of the rink and compare it to the U.S.
Oh,
It's massive.
okay, okay,
It's so much bigger, and it gives players so much more space. And the benches are a little bit bigger, but not by
okay.
much. But yeah,
Gotcha,
those benches
gotcha.
are very cramped. I've sat behind the Stars
So
one.
that they don't. It seems like from just a little bit I've seen. I'm very novice as a hockey as an ice hockey fan, but they don't really need a coach, right? They're not calling plays.
No, the
Like
Yeah,
coach
what?
is
What?
telling them when to do line chains, and they are
Like every
calling
time they
plays.
show the side, like the sidelines or the teams and stuff, the coaches are literally there's like two or three guys back there standing in suits with their foot up on the damn back of these seats behind the players, and they're talking with each other. They're just BSing with each other with their hands in their pockets, and I'm like, they're not
If you
like,
go
do
to
they?
a,
What do they need a coach for,
game,
bro?
they're running plays
yeah,
because
if
Okay.
you go to a game and you'll see them screaming line changes and plays and yelling at players and
there's usually there your head coach who kind of mans the whole ship. Then you have a special coach who focuses on the defense. There's this coach that specializes on power plays. I could
that
this
was Mark's coach, the special coach.
dude, as a guy who helped coach Pee Wee League for a couple of games back in the day, it was a lot of fun learning all that stuff. But
Let's be
yeah,
real. Let's be real. After about 5 or 6 hockey games, they're all special. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. That was funny though.
yeah, each coach has a thing, and then they
Okay.
have the equipment manager who, in case you break a stick or
Yeah, they
mess with
certainly
the
need
edge of
more
the blade.
space back there, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like the
It is
coaches and
cramped.
all those people need their own space, like to at least walk around. Like they can't
They
even
do. It's
walk
called
around.
They do. It's called the penalty box. When they want to room,
Right.
that's where they go.
There is actually enough walking room to kind of behind the bench where the players are sitting. There's a lot. There's enough. There's about two people can walk almost side by side in there. So there's room back there. But when you have a loud stadium and you have players you have to lean over and yell at, you kind of need to be all kind of compressed in one
Right.
area. So
That and the NHL wants to sell more tickets, which means we need more space for seats. So we're
Yeah,
not going to
Yeah, I
give you bench
get it.
space.
But I mean, look at a football stadium. Look how much room there is between the seat, the first seat on the ground, or close to the ground, and the sideline. Right?
yeah.
It's a shit
Well,
ton of room.
well,
And
you
you've
also
got cameramen, you've got all these people walking around, news people and coaches, and the freaking full teams and cheerleaders and
have to
more
remember
cameramen and
that not too long ago, the NFL was a non-for-profit. It wasn't a profit-based organization. Technically, legally,
not
wasn't.
long ago.
not too long ago.
Okay.
So when I was growing up, it wasn't. When you were
Like-
growing up, it probably wasn't. It was a non-for-profit. Now, eventually, it turned into something else. But if you look back at football when we were kids, right? They gave a lot more to charity. A lot more. Like every game, the proceeds for this game are going to this charity. Right? Yeah, and you don't see that anymore. Why? Because the NFL is no longer a non-for-profit. It's now a for-profit, which is why your ticket prices went up, which is why the NFL package is like a bazillion frickin' dollars, which is why I'm a Niners fan and I only get to watch like 3 games a year, and that's when
Bro,
they're in the playoffs.
did you
Don't
watch
make
the
mistakes.
did you watch the last game last week?
I did not get to see the Browns game. It wasn't on any of my streaming services, so I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
get
You're right, because it was in Cleveland. Right, right.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Okay. But we
hey,
watched it here. They had it televised here
I will
in
say
South
this:
Carolina.
Brock Purdy did not lose that game. The frickin' kicker lost that game. Brock Purdy put his team in a position to win, but the kicker shanked it.
Bro, come on. They had 4 quarters to score. Like this is the first game out of the whole. Well, definitely for this season that they were behind coming out going into the second half. Like this
Yeah.
is they definitely
definitely-
were off their game. They were off their game.
They definitely had, from what I saw, the plays
Yeah.
and snippets I saw, they had Brock Purdy's number. They had him. But the
Oh,
fact that he fought back and he put the team
sure, yeah, but he
in
was
striking
flustered.
distance. Yeah, he was. I'm not going to say
I
he
mean,
wasn't, but
yeah, yeah,
he still put the team in a position against one of the best defenses in the NFL.
yeah.
And Mark doesn't care because he doesn't follow football. Um, yeah, yeah. But he put his team in a position to kick a field goal and win that game. And the field
Oh,
goaler,
for sure.
the field goal kicker screwed up.
We couldn't believe it, dude.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was watching the
We
box
couldn't
score
believe it.
and I'm like, all right, cool. 9 seconds left to go. Oh God, what are you doing?
We couldn't believe it. It was.
What are you doing, Marcus? Where's my mouse?
Hey,
Yeah.
this is a new. Anyone that's watching the podcast right now, this is a new section we're doing. A new
It's
segment we're
called
doing in the
it's called
during the
anything
podcast.
but airsoft.
Anything, yeah, right. Anything but
Any,
airsoft. You can't even mention airsoft, right? In the last half, and you got to share dumb memes. Okay.
oh, don't tell Mark that. Oh God, here
Oh
comes the
God.
wow.
I'll keep my hands up over here so I don't get tempted.
No, it was actually a good game, and
It really was for
so
what I saw.
I normally don't watch. I don't try to watch the Browns games. I watch football in general, but I don't. I'm a
Well,
Browns fan. Growing up in Cleveland.
you know what they say about the Browns, right? They are the shit.
Yeah, they are the shit. Exactly. Dun, dun, dun. The Cleveland curse, like all this stuff. Like we stopped watching the Browns years ago because it's like we'll pay attention here and we'll have the game on if it's televised. We'll look at it and then we're like, oh, here we go. They're about to penalize themselves out of the game again. Whatever. So, but this one was actually I was like, whoa. Like it was. I turned it on when they were in the second quarter, and I was like, wait a minute, they're holding their own right now. Like, and then I said, oh, okay, maybe obviously 49ers are off their game or something.
Well, a lot of the 49ers weapons got hurt in the first quarter
Yeah,
there.
the
Yeah,
second half,
and they're not even sure if they're going to have like a lot of those
McCaffrey.
weapons. McCaffrey was out. Kittle was out.
Yep,
Debo was out.
yep,
I mean, what does that leave you with?
that's
Ayuk?
unusual. He did pretty good, man.
Yeah, well, he had
He
to.
did
He
pretty
didn't have a
good.
choice.
Yeah, but see, the Browns, Deshaun Watson was out, so we didn't know about this quarterback, PJ Walker coming in, and he did really good for a backup or whatever. Like
I was listening
I was
to
surprised.
I was listening to a football podcast and they were saying something about the fact that like the Browns this year, their defense is just playing so
Dude, they're
rough.
insane.
Yeah, and people are getting injured left and right on
They really
offenses
are.
because these guys are just playing so hard. Like they're not like headhunting or anything. It's just they're
No.
playing so rough and
They're
so
extremely
rigid.
aggressive.
Yeah,
Even
they're
their
just breaking people.
backfield.
They're just
It
breaking
really
people.
is. Yep.
And shout out
But
to
do you
them.
see what's I can't pronounce his last name. But anyway, he on the Browns defensive line, he's massive. He's so big, the helmet barely fits his head. Okay, like for real.
I know that problem.
Between him and Miles Garrett, man, they're
As I did play football in my freshman year in high school,
yeah.
and yeah, we were our crew was basically our team was basically a bunch of thugs. They decided to say, "Hey, play this pretty violent sport. Don't get caught. Whatever you're gonna do." And we would get in.
Hide your shank better.
Oh God,
Yeah.
we would pummel people, take them down
In a
If-
pile up.
Oh
You're
yeah,
trying to
in a
break
pile up.
fingers and
Oh God,
yeah.
we were nasty. If a dog pile showed up, people under there are getting elbowed in the face and the neck everywhere. We were just
That's funny.
till it came up again. Dog pile. I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing?
What happened?
Yeah,
I don't know.
were. Yeah, and it was.
You just get out of the pile like what? Who? Where? What?
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't know anything.
and then I could go there. No speaker, no speaker.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely something I can see Mark
we're-
doing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we did it. We were a bunch of thugs, and it was fun. And I played middle linebacker, so
At least your
I did too,
high
yeah.
school had a football team. Mine did not. We were too small.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
My graduating
Did you
my,
guys?
my graduating
join?
class was like under 20 people. It was tiny.
You graduate?
Yes, actually.
Get out
Wait,
for
you're-
real.
Your spelling on our stuff really surprises me.
Hey,
So
Mark,
was your
less
school
than
so
20
far
people.
away from everyone else? Like all the
It
other
was a
you guys
country-
couldn't. Dang,
was-
that's crazy.
it was a country school. It was actually about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how you drive, from Matt Stevenson's high school.
Wow.
And everybody went to Bonham High because Sam Rayburn High is a small country school. Unless you were getting into ag or drugs, you probably went to Bonham.
That's crazy. Okay.
So,
My high school, let's see, we had what was our graduating class? We had 3,200 people in all four grades, in the whole
yeah,
high school. So I think we were what 700 and something in our graduating class of '89.
ours went K through 12. Or
Wow. Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah. That's
tiny school.
crazy.
The
We
only
had
the only school where you might see a senior take a kindergarten or prom. It could happen.
we
Yeah.
had I think I was, how at the end of the year they do the rankings.
Yeah.
So I
You're like, oh,
ranked.
first in my class and all that jazz. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. See, I never knew what that meant until I got the ranking thing. Everyone got the ranking thing, and I think there was 710 people graduating, and I was like 690.
Well, it's funny. I got to talking to a buddy of mine. I'm not going to name names, but he's a buddy of mine, and he was like down in like the lower part of the rankings with me,
Yeah.
and we were talking like everybody that was in the top 10 rankings in our high school for some reason is almost a burnout. Like they're not doing anything with their life
There's
at
only
all.
20 of you. I mean, to be the number one, you don't have to do much, okay?
Well, no, the number one and number two, the number one, I believe, because he doesn't talk to me anymore. I don't know why. He just decided, I wasn't worth talking to after I went in the Marine Corps. Um, so from what I hear, he's a teacher now, but not a particularly good teacher from what I'm told. And then the number two person, she got married because she was here on a student visa from Canada. So she got married to one of our other class members, and they now live in Canada.
Yeah. I don't
So
know. I don't even know who was ranked in the top whatevers in ours. I missed half of my senior year. I got expelled for the first semester.
what'd you
For
do?
well, you guys have heard this story, I'm sure. Well, I don't know. I've told it a couple times on this podcast, but I
Okay.
welded the teacher's or the principal's door shut. So
Oh, yeah. No, you know what? That juice is
yeah,
worth the squeeze. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
It
why
was
they
totally
okay
worth
to
it,
repeat.
100% worth it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So just a real quick recap. Anyone that's heard these stories, I've only told it once before, but
This is
anyway,
your chance.
you
Go to
just
your
fast
bathroom
forward
now.
to 30 seconds, okay? So I started breaking into the high school by myself in 10th grade, okay? I found out there was a window lock that was broken on the second floor. To get to it, you had to shimmy up these two walls. It was kind of like a little nook where the two parts of the building met. And I was in good shape, football, wrestling, whatever. And so I shimmied up at night and then go in the window. And I just go in there and wander around, whatever. The first thing I did was I took all the bell housings off of every single bell in the whole school. Okay, and I didn't take them with me. I just threw them in the trash cans at the end of the hallways. That way, the next morning, the bell, where everyone's waiting to go into class at 8 o'clock,
Yeah, it never
the
rings.
little hammer's going like this. It's not hitting anything. Okay, then I snuck in and I did that by myself. I never told anyone. There's a lot. Most people don't even know about it today. Just my wife and a couple friends, but years later that I said. And then I didn't do it for bragging rights. I was just, I was kind of rebellious, teenager, and I wanted to get out and do stuff. So the second time I took a buddy with me, his name is also Eric, and he's a buddy I grew up with, like we were like brothers. So I took him with me. We went in and got into the maintenance closet. We got the uh, yellow paint out of the maintenance closet and painted class of '89 on the hallway wall inside. Uh, he's not a talker. He don't have so we didn't get caught for that. The third time I went in with another friend of mine, Jim, and we did we went into the biology lab and we got one of the pigs head, the baby pigs that you do the dissections on. So we took the pig head and we put it in the cafeteria vending machine, the spin around one. So we bought one of those. We bought something out of it, like a sandwich or something, and put the pig's head in there and then spun it around to the back. So the next day at lunchtime, you hear a girl scream, whatever. So somebody found it. during lunchtime. It was awesome. The fourth time I went in, uh, I went in with Jim again, and we went up on top of the building on the roof of the front, and we brought a two boxes of tampons and red food coloring and water. Okay, so we made it look like there was a bunch of red bloody tampons. We threw them off the top onto the front area, and then we TP'd the front trees. Okay, never got caught for that one. And then I did the welding the principal's door shut with. I didn't take a welder in there. I just did the JB weld. So, and obviously it's a metal door. They had to get a acetylene torch and cut it open. But anyway, I took one of the guys from the football team, and he ended up being a loudmouth, whatever. So he was bragging to all the football team, and so all these times I went in, never got caught. No one ever knew. And then this dude, and so anyway, we got expelled, and so I was out my half the year. But I was even before then, I was like not doing homework, and I think I graduated with a 1.7 GPA. Yeah.
I'm just surprised I graduated. It was like a 2.1 or something. I had to show
Yeah.
up, or my dad was gonna beat the crap out of me or something. I don't know. I don't know what he was gonna do, but I was sure scared of it.
I was
So
like
had
a,
to mess
I was like
I
I
was-
think like a 3 something, and then dropped
Yeah,
like
look
a
at you.
2 something. Yeah, it dropped like a 2 something my senior year because I already like was in the delayed enlistment for the Marines, and my give a fucks went to 0. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I could tell with your spelling.
Yeah.
Never
Well,
letting it
I want to
go.
encourage everyone out there. If you guys are anyone's listening to this or watching this, if y'all are young and you're still in school, definitely get some good grades. Okay, it's really good for you to have that kind of work ethic that it takes to focus on this whatever it is that you got to study for and do all these different written things. Just do good. Try to do a really good job no matter what you do, whether it's in school or at your work or when you're playing airsoft or whatever. Okay.
So hey, Mark,
Yeah,
even Einstein couldn't do simple arithmetic, so I'm just letting you know that.
yeah, but he was really smart at that other thing. But yeah, if
Yeah,
you're,
yeah. That's what I'm getting.
and if you're in school and you're not doing good grades in English, math, or whatever, take a shop class of some type.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, hit it up, man.
Take a shot.
Well,
And
if your school
I'm-
still
I'm-
offers it,
Oh yeah, yeah, and hope to God they still do, because I'd be pissed if I had a kid and they didn't have a shop class. I'd be pissed because some guys aren't good at the book learning stuff.
Yeah.
I forget I was good at English class because I could BS my way through a story, and it was great. That's all I did in that class, and I got a B
Nice.
for some odd reason. Math class, no, I can't BS my. There's no gray areas. That's why I hate math. So I can
So,
BS my way
well,
through that.
hey,
So
you know how I got through Spanish 1, 2, and 3, right? Extra credit pinatas. That's right. I can make a pinata like a baller, but I can't
yeah.
speak a lick of
Yeah.
Spanish. If I need to
Hola.
speak Spanish, I go get my wife. What?
You have a
Yeah, right.
Spanish wife. What the
Yeah,
hell?
There you
I just
go.
call her and put her on speaker and tell her to translate. She loves it when I do that too. It's the best.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
It doesn't bother her when I work security and I made her do that at like 1 a.m. She didn't mind at all. I tell you.
yeah, but yeah, that was the one thing I wish the one thing I wish I did take in school in high school was a auto shop, because
Yeah.
I wish I learned how to work on cars, because I ended up taking wood shop, electrical, and welding.
Those are good.
But
I
you
love,
really
I love those classes.
in
I
today's
love
day and age, do you really need those classes though? Like my car was acting funny, and 15, 20 minutes later on Facebook, I knew what the problem was, how to fix the problem, where to go to get the parts and tools to fix it.
Well, how did you know that?
Google is your friend.
Yeah, but what did you find?
So it
So
was
did somebody make a video or
Yep.
something
Yeah.
and showed you what to do? Oh, so
Yeah.
they had to know what to do.
somebody
Exactly.
on YouTube knew what to do.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody's got to know.
Yeah,
And then I went to the
some other
AutoZone
nerd
website and
ordered
it told
it.
me how to. Yeah, he said this
know.
is your problem, fix this, and I went to AutoZone and they ran the
Dude,
code and they confirmed this is what your problem is.
yeah.
Like, cool. Went to AutoZone's website and they told
So
me exactly
nice.
how to. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
That's
my
so nice.
it was Thursday, and it was my spark plugs and my ignition coils went out, so I had to replace all
Okay.
those. And I've
Okay.
never done that before.
Okay.
It's really freaking easy.
It's
Like,
so easy, bro.
oh, you dude, the name intimidates you a little bit. Ignition
Absolutely.
coils. Oh shit,
Yeah.
this is gonna cost some money.
Yeah,
It does.
that's how I ended
You
up
know.
Well,
learning
of
how to
200
switch off
versus
the
the
radio.
700 that they wanted to charge me at the mechanic. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Big difference.
Yeah, and I had that. I had issue with my. I had oh god, I had a PT Cruiser. Got a five.
you know what?
I hated that car.
You look like a PT Cruiser guy.
Again, I know where you live, and but yeah, and the thing with PT Cruiser was the radiator fan, the bearings in it, always crapped out
Mm.
after a couple years, and the part and to get it replaced by a shop was going to cost like $300 something. I looked online. Found the fan online or one of the local shops down here. It was $130 for the part. It was just a
Okay.
radiator fan. That was it. Then I
Yeah.
searched Google how to replace it. Oh, there's only like 6 screws I got to take out. Sweet. Save myself
Yes.
100, $200 for it. So yeah, I love Google. I've learned a lot. I hate saying this, but I have learned a lot more in Google than I have in school.
We're
There's,
also
there's some
Well, you're
things
learning
in
from the
school you learn.
world.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not
Well, it's
learning from
also
that one
World
teacher.
experience is huge. And
yeah,
I
and it's
thank
also
my teacher.
as you get older too, you become more patient, right? When I was younger, that was my big problem. Is I would
I'm
just
less patient now.
oh yeah, well I'm
A
more
lot less
patient. I'm way more patient than almost 40-year-old me is way more patient than 18-year-old me was. 18-year-old me couldn't sit in a seat for more than 20 minutes. Now I'm sitting here doing a 2-hour podcast. Why? Because Mark made me.
What? Dude, I said, who wants to be on the podcast? He said, I could go. Whatever made you. Shut up.
Well, you don't ask me when I'm drunk. We talked about this. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Chris has got some whiskey. Ask him to do something stupid.
He didn't consent if he was drunk.
Whatever.
It was under duress. He threatened. He threatened to call me a palm tree and start kicking at me.
Yeah. Your text didn't look drunk, so I wasn't aware that I was taking advantage. So
Oh, if it's past 6 p.m., I'm probably drunk. I mean, it's not the best whiskey in the world, but it's the kind of whiskey you're gonna die, or it's the kind of whiskey that you're gonna die penniless. You know, but it's whiskey, so it's.
I mean, yeah.
this water's getting me lit.
I got to dehydrate.
Ooh, I'm really
before I
feeling from this
rehydrate.
coffee, bro. I tell you.
I got to dehydrate before I rehydrate for airsoft tomorrow.
Right.
Airsoft, rehydrate. Yes.
Yeah.
exactly.
So, what are you guys playing tomorrow?
I am. I don't think
Oh,
Mark can
okay.
make it.
No,
No.
I don't feel good, and I need a break. I haven't had a free weekend in a while.
Yeah.
So it's just like I want to go play tomorrow, but I've averaged like 3 hours of sleep this whole weekend, and that's
Jeez.
just started not feeling good. So,
Yeah.
like I was working like right before I got on this podcast. Too,
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
we
like, all
were-
right, I need sleep, and I need tomorrow's sleep and clean up.
Yeah, I'm
And
sitting.
Sunday is just literally going to be me laying on the couch for the rest of the day.
We-
and
we-
Grubhub or something.
We were supposed to do a test video earlier today because, like, I'm using a new computer, I'm using a new camera, I'm
Oh,
using a new
right.
microphone, and so I wasn't sure if it was going to look decent and come through clean on y'all's side. So I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Mark, let's do a test call." And he's like, "Yeah, I can do it in like 30 minutes." Hour later, I'm like, "Hey, what happened to the test call?" He's like, "Oh, I got stuck at work. Just
I'd be
log
called
into the
back.
call. Just log into the call." I'm like, I don't know how this works.
Oh, you did great, man. And honestly, your video quality looks really good. The sound is awesome. Yeah.
You could have done it from your phone too. The Discord app's there.
I could have, but then how am I going to beat off while I'm on that? Wait, hold on.
No,
I need
this
free hands.
Yeah,
this
when you
actually
see-
works.
it's-
So, what are you on, Mark? Your laptop?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why there's like a white glaze over the monitor or over the camera. Just-
Over the camera. Yeah.
yeah,
It's hazy.
Yeah, I was eating donuts. It's
That's what
these,
that's what those kids call it these days.
Oh, okay.
But no, honestly, yeah, we're my other industry, the laser tag industry. We're kind of in our slow season right before our big trade shows come up.
Okay.
So I'm it's like, all right, cool. Like if I'm gonna play airsoft, I need to do it now.
Yeah.
We don't have any games coming up in the near future. Um, I don't have any work I've got to because I'm a private contractor, right? So if the work doesn't get done, I don't get paid.
Yeah.
So there'll be like probably December and January. I'm gonna be like not able to play at all.
Okay.
So like it's like if I'm gonna go play, I need to do it now. So
Hmm.
and I want to sling BBs too. I don't want to just be the guy telling people to sling BBs.
Yeah.
So
Again, man, I said you need it. We're looking for a CF for the civilians.
not me.
Yeah, not me, because it'll just be all out hell.
Yeah, because I'll win because I know where all the fraggles will be. So I can't train anybody to do what I do.
Yeah,
yet.
you can't really. That's like, yeah, you can't do that.
You can't run a team
Do
when you're
not
running a
participate.
game. That's
Uh-huh.
that's butthurtville. That's you're just asking for it then.
And I don't
But
know if it could be Matt, because all he's gonna do is spot lines from Lord of the Rings. That's all he's gonna do throughout the whole thing.
Is that what he does?
yeah,
Okay.
Lord of the Rings is his favorite thing in the world.
his
so-
theater experience starts coming out when he's in charge of things. Don't get me wrong; it is entertaining as balls, but
I'm sure.
it's not me screaming at people.
Right?
So this actually happened. It might have happened. I think it happened between the last time we talked. But I was approached by a father. He and his son were playing, and he goes, "Excuse me, sir, can you please stop yelling?"
What?
Huh? Yeah. Like, excuse me. I'm like, I've
At
done my best.
at your event?
Yeah, no, just a general
Oh,
open day play.
okay.
And because nobody's on any kind of communication, so like if you're trying to
Oh,
move as a
okay.
team, somebody
Yep.
has got to be the caller, right?
Yep.
And normally that's me or Mark or somebody from our team normally. Um,
We want to win.
yeah, especially objective based games. So we're normally yelling it out,
Yeah. And
Sure.
standing
We're
in
not
the
yelling-
corner with six guys gets really boring, really
Yeah.
fast.
We did talk about this. Nobody pushes. Everybody sits on the corner, and nobody goes around that corner, right? But anyway, we were, and I've been doing my best not to yell obscenities, right? Because little kids are present. Let's
Oh,
watch
okay,
our
gotcha.
mouths.
You're horrible
Sure.
at that, by the way.
A lot better than I used to be. Don't you remember me like when I started playing? Every other word was a cuss word.
I didn't meet you until like a year ago or something.
No,
like that.
longer than that. Longer than
Yeah.
that. We met in passing, but we never really played.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm like, well, I don't remember cussing. I apologize if it is. It's like, no, it's not that. You're just really aggressive when you yell, and the other guy that's doing it is too. And I'm like, okay, look, I hate to say this, but if your kid is offended by people yelling at him aggressively in an aggressive sport, this is probably not the sport for him.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I said, I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything, but like that's how we communicate.
You're
Well,
literally
my son
putting
doesn't
a
wanna be
gun,
communicated.
a fake
Yeah.
gun, in your kid's hands and saying, "Go shoot people."
I told him this is how we are because we don't have any radios on all these pickup players. This is how we are communicating. We're
Yeah.
yelling the commands. And he's like, "Well, my son doesn't need that stuff yelled at him." Then your son doesn't need to be on the field.
Like, there's only a couple sports that are more aggressive than doing that. It's like
We are
hand-to-hand
literally
combat and football.
we are literally pretend killing each other.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Come on. Jeez.
The next level up from this is killing each other. Like, there's, ah,
Well, maybe the parents like that just, first off, don't need to be standing there watching, okay? They need to go away and let their kid play,
yeah.
for real.
Right. That's why
And it-
soft ass kids. That's why.
Well, my daughter, when she played before she went on the field the very first time, I took my 19 Elite Force 1911, the same one that's still in my belt, loaded it up, took her out back, and I shot her in the back with a full clip, full mag. And I said, "All right, that's a weak gun. Are you going to be okay?" Because she's, I think you've seen Baby Shark a couple times, Mark, haven't you?
Yeah.
She's like, like you was like 98
yeah.
pounds, soaking wet.
Yeah, and it was just in passing of like I'm too cool and too angry a teenager for me to pay attention to.
Yeah. Well, now she's almost 22, so she's
Yeah.
still angry teenager, but she's just older now.
Older. But yeah,
But before we went out, like I made sure, hey, you can handle this, right? And I told her like people are gonna yell at you, people are gonna be mean. It's gonna be like high school turned up to 30. Like, yeah. So, but she loves it. She was talking to me the other day. Her career has given her more time on the weekends now. So she's like, I want to start getting back in airsoft. I'm like, all right, cool. So we've been trying to find
Okay, that's
a
cool.
women's boot in her size. Man, is that tough.
Really?
Yeah, Bates does not make him smaller than 7, and she wears a 6.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I'm like, you don't want to do extra socks in a combat boot.
Six
No.
in women's.
Yeah, no,
Six.
we found a couple. We found a couple that are in her price range, but it
Okay.
took like a whole fucking day. It was
Oh
rough.
yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
She
a
got tiny feet. She's a
little
tiny
feet. Yeah.
person, tiny feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I remember one day because my primary is the saw, and she's running my PXG9, and I showed that to you, and it has the same
Yeah.
fire rate as the saw. It runs on a drum mag. Um, I mean, we can run it on sticks, but why? You got a drum mag. It's open play. Go for it. Um,
Right.
so I was suppressing this area just south of Fort Maud, which is a giant wooden fort shaped like a penis. Um, look at it over. Look at the sky shot, Mark. We called it Fort Richard for a while until Steve got wise, and then it went back to Fort Maud. Um, but I was suppressing this hill that it overlooks, and then she gets. I had to change my box drum out because I was out, and so I get behind a corner, I yelled changing, and she got up, flipped it to fun, and started suppressing that same corner. And I'm just sitting there watching, and I'm like,
What?
it made me so happy. And she's like,
Right?
what are you fake crying about? I'm like, my daughter's doing what I
I'm
do.
I'm so proud.
I'm so proud right now. I can't even move my gun.
Oh, that's funny.
But no, it's so
When was
yeah,
the last time you guys were able to play together? It's
oh
been quite a few
me and Baby
years.
Shark
Yeah.
probably 2-3 years now.
Oh, okay. Well,
She
that's not
got
terrible. Yeah.
well, yeah, she got with a boyfriend who was like, I don't want you to go out there and get hurt. And now
Oh,
he's
he don't
fucking
want to play
over it.
airsoft.
Oh no, he tried to pull that shit, and I found out about it recently and put a stop to that shit. I said, if she gets hurt, she gets hurt, dude. It's
Life.
safer than flying. Yeah, it's still safer than flying.
And
What do you
especially
like?
especially when you have the FTE crew around her.
Yeah,
Who's
no,
who's getting hurt on the airsoft field? Like barely,
Me.
like actually injured.
me.
No,
Me.
I'm talking about
Me.
injured, bro. Come on.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
me. One of us
if
is
you're able
rolling
to
an
walk
ankle.
off the field, you're good. Okay.
Well, I mean, you can call it a walk, but it's more of a limp with
Wobble,
with like a
limp.
grimace.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell that to the my bathtub who
Oh,
every
no,
every
we
time
have to-
after I
hey,
play
Mark?
it's 4 bags of ice and 4 cups of Epsom salt and I have to sit there for a couple hours just soaking, just going, oh my god, ow, ow,
There's
ow.
a visual for you, ladies. Mark in a bathtub with lots of salt and ice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Next podcast,
Mark,
come on, I
we
might
have to be
actually sit
even-
on my bathtub.
We have to be even more careful now because the field truck is like no more.
Oh yeah.
So last week, rest in peace, field truck.
Served
One
us
of the yep, it served us well for a long time. So it's a shitty. What was it? Like a Ford something or other, or
Yeah, it
Chevy
was
something or
Ford.
other. Like
I
yeah,
don't know.
they got it was donated to the field, and they've
Yeah.
limped this thing along forever. There's no way on earth this thing is
So
going
if
to
somebody got
register.
hurt, is pretty much you get in the back.
No, no. So one of the field admins was just going out setting up props for the next game, and all of a sudden the engine compartment just starts smoking.
Yeah.
Next thing he gets out, flips open the top, see what's going on. Fire.
Damn.
Yeah. And if you go to D14's page, you can find the images. Stevenson took some shots of it, but the whole field shut down for a while. It was kind of
That's
chaos.
crazy.
All the hey, you know what? Shout out to all the D14 regulars that were there because every single one of them stepped up in some capacity to deal with it before the
Nice.
firefighters got there. The firefighters had next to nothing to do by the time they got there.
It was probably all burned up.
No, the people running out there with extinguishers, full kit, full speed extinguishers in hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't one of them. I was too busy being old and hurt.
Why didn't everyone just run away and start filming like from 50 yards away and let it blow
Well,
up?
that's why we don't have any film because everybody was acting, and no, they made Stevenson grab his camera and take some pictures.
Yeah.
And Dallas took a couple for insurance, but I mean, literal shout out to anybody from the people running out there with the fire extinguishers to the people helping the one admin left in the cabin that was trying to do all that shit. There's a couple people that know the code to the cabin, and they jumped in and they said, "Hey, Ellis, how can we help?" Because they saw the panic going down. I was literally being like just a gate because somebody, I don't know who, it wasn't Ellis, but somebody told everybody to go to lunch. and the road that leads to the field, it is a 2-lane road,
Yeah.
but when there's a large truck coming down to it, it is now a
Oh,
1-lane road. It's one of
right.
those. And I'm like, no, nobody's fucking leaving until the fire truck gets here because we don't need you clogging up the road
Uh
trying to
huh.
go get your burger. Wait until the fire truck's here. And so I literally parked sideways so nobody could get out until the fire truck got there. Um, so I mean, but all the regulars, like I'm very, very, very proud of all the regulars. They stepped up and helped with the situation when they saw that the situation needed to be helped. So
It's cool.
yay.
It would have been cooler if it would have blown up, but it's cool.
No, because the I wanted to
And
play
cops
airsoft some
will
more that
show
day.
up, and I wanted
Yeah,
to
what's
play
wrong with that? I
more.
mean, let it burn itself out, blow up, and then the fire's going to eventually go out and runs out of shit to burn.
Oh, a
And then
bunch of
you have
people.
a nice, crispy, cool background vehicle out there on the field.
There are
Cool cover.
pictures. There are pictures floating around because we were playing the next game we were playing. We were told don't get anywhere near the truck because that stops airsofters.
Rules.
Yeah, so I hadn't seen it yet because I was busy doing the other shit. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go over there and take a picture. And I walked over there, and there's like 10 other people over there taking pictures. And I'm like, all right, since we're breaking this rule anyway, who wants to be the jackass?
Selfie!
Yeah, who wants to be the jackass over there? So I'm not in this picture. And they like 3 people jumped up and immediately started posing in front of it and everything.
That's funny.
And as I'm walking away, one of the admins was like, "What are you doing? We told you to stay away from that." Brr, brr, brr.
Well, what do you guys got coming up? You got, do you have anything before April? You got the April game. Obviously,
Right
that's
now,
like almost 6 months away.
yep. Right now, just that team game. Stevenson's still trying to figure out the end scene. Some shenanigans happened, so now he's having to do some recuts, not
Okay.
refilming, thank God, but he has
Well,
to
if
do some
anyone's out
recuts.
there that's hearing this and they are fairly close to your area and they're not on your team or haven't been part of some of your guys' events or whatever, how do they can they join your team? Are you guys doing recruiting? Are you guys do a shout out for all your
So
stuff and how people can
FTE
get you?
FTE is a sponsor team. If you would like to join FTE, we encourage you to play with FTE. Then leadership will have a discussion, and then the rest of the team will vote on you. But you need to be where we're at when we're saying we're going to be there. So
And
fly the
Where
wall.
do they find that?
if you want to join the
Socials.
FTE team, you have to have thick skin.
Yeah, we will weed you out if you don't.
Yeah, we
Good.
will. Our
It is a
attempt
team.
to hurt your feelings.
Yeah, it is. It
Eventually.
is. It is a team that we have handpicked of people with the skill level and or the knowledge, and good old boys. So we are, we're out there to have fun and win games.
And one lady.
Yep.
And not be too
Shout out to
sensitive.
Becca and where's my sandwich? Sorry, I had to do it.
What is it?
I said shout out to Becca and where's my sandwich?
Oh, I'm telling.
Go ahead. She'll probably bring me a sandwich. Becca's awesome.
And she is.
She is. And she will. She'll probably bring me a sandwich and then hand me a bill after it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then her husband, who's maybe said 10 words since I've met him, will shoot you from somewhere.
Oh,
and you'll never see
yeah.
him.
No, so I knew Becca for a while before she got married, and she got married. And she walks up to me at a swap meet, runs up and gives me a big old hug.
Yeah.
And her husband walks up and goes, "Man, that's a really awkward way to hug my wife there, bud." And so I walk over and I give him the same hug, but I give him a twirl when I hug him
Uh-oh.
too. And he's like, "That's a really awkward way to hug me there, bud." I said, "Yeah, everybody gets some." And I just walked away. And we've been
That's
friends ever
funny.
since. Initially, he thought I was creeping on his wife. I'm like, "No, dude. Like, I'm happily married. I'm not creeping on anybody.
Yeah.
If,
Well,
if
if
I
you've
creep
known
on
her,
anybody, I'm gonna creep on Mark before I creep on your wife, bro."
there you go.
I will win that chicken game, though.
Leaving it alone.
So if
Anyway.
so people can find you at. Do you have a Instagram for FTE or is it just KIA?
Go, Mark.
No, we don't have an Instagram for it. It's not really something we're advertising. I mean,
FTE. Okay.
you could go to my website, airsoftprimate.com. It has kind of I have a team page there.
Okay,
VFT,
okay.
which
It is worth the viewing. It is worth the viewing
Yeah.
because he picked only the classiest photos of all of us.
oh yeah.
I'm sure.
Only
still
the
need-
classiest.
I still need photos from everybody, but
Oh Lord.
it's hard to catch them. I've only gotten Matt's. But yeah, I have a
That's because
team
he's the
picture.
only one that's dumb enough to walk out on an airsoft field in flip flops.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So yeah, if airsoftprimate.com, we just it's just basically showing who's on our team and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Good.
if we're out at D14, if you see any of us out there, especially if we have more than a few people there, feel free to run with us, man. I understand we are aggressive. We do not mess around out there. We're there to win.
Yeah.
Like, and
And
we
expect this from Mark on the radio. Why am I doing this? At least 5 or 6 times on the radio.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, we're out there
Nice.
to have fun. We're out there to win. We're out there to encourage people. We'll push our team, and we play hard. Not for the longest time, but we will when we're out there. We're out there. So just
We're
come
Yeah,
like
man.
join us.
dwarves. We're dangerous over short distances.
Yes, we're dwarves. And but yeah, so if you want to
Nice.
roll with us, just
Yeah,
holler
show
at
up.
us, man. Yeah,
Show up if you
and
see. And we're down to roll with anybody. And if we don't like you, trust me, you'll know real fast. We're not.
yeah,
We don't hold the
we'll,
punches. Like, but
we'll
there's
s-
very few people I don't like. So
if you're rolling with us and you hear, okay, hold this line for like 10 minutes, and then we all disappear. Chances
but
are,
this is our
it,
respawn. Exactly. Just stay here.
exactly. But yeah,
As
That's
far as
awesome.
FTE, so it is a newer team as far as everything. We don't have a website or anything for him yet.
Yeah.
The closest thing we have is Mark's member page on his personal page.
No, that's cool.
Um, but we will be posting more stuff on the K.I.A page as we become more prominent and as they do more stuff.
Gotcha.
Um, but as far yeah, but like I said, if you want to join, the best thing you can do is just play with us. Come out when we come out. We're pretty good about announcing, when we go out in force. Like November 4th, we're going out to Velnet Airsoft. It should be a lot of fun out there. Entry fee is only $20, which I was actually kind of surprised. So that's not
Oh
too
wow.
bad. Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
Um, yeah, and so it's gonna be a great day out there. From the videos I've seen, they've got a pretty awesome CQB area. I don't know how far the field extends beyond that because all the videos are like of the CQB area in the dead center of the field.
Okay.
But it is going to be a swap meet day, so and we are probably going to have no, it's not. It's not a probably. We're going to have some stuff that we're trying to hawk while we're out there too. So
Nice.
some
yep,
brand new stuff.
yes. Blood Money
Nice.
2 tickets. When are we selling those?
January 1st is when they're going to go live
Okay.
because we are skirting that tax law right around it.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Right.
for information on our event coming up in April, April 14th of next year, just follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Follow Black Wolf for the videos that he's going to put up when he has time. The man's a workaholic and he works hard. Eventually, I'll probably have videos out too. But yeah, for our next event, just follow us on Kinetic Impact Airsoft on Instagram, Facebook. Follow Black Wolf. Follow me, I guess, Airsoft Primate, and visit our website too. And we'll have all the announcements of when the event's going to happen with all the details and fun stuff coming up next year.
Oh yeah.
And we have more events scheduled for next year, but we're not ready to release any of those dates yet because everything's just kind of up in the air.
Sure.
But we are looking to do eventually somewhere between 4 and 6 a year. That's the goal. Well, no,
He's
four
shaking
to,
his head.
4 to 6, where 4 are going to be story driven and 2 are going to be shit fuckeries.
Mark, I need graphics. Mark, update the website.
Speaking of which, hey Mark, while you're here, we kind of need like the patch art. Put it in there.
Look,
Figure
he's
going
done.
up.
He's done. Well, listen, guys, it's been great getting back on with you. Craig says, good to see you again, man. Mark, appreciate you coming on. The last couple live streams I've done, you've jumped in. It's been cool keeping up with you guys.
He's trying to be your sidekick. Don't let him lie to you.
As a fellow bald man, yes.
Right? See, come on now.
I'm
We're good
working
to
on
go.
it. I'm working on it, but I'm not there. I'm not ready to
Well,
shave
man,
it.
let me get my clippers, bro. We'll do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We'll do it.
No,
Exactly.
nobody wants to see that mangled mess of
Oh,
head.
yeah. You don't have a choice. We're gonna shave it off.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
man, it was a pleasure. Thanks for having us. As always,
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
about 10% airsoft, 90%
As
everything
usual.
fucking else.
That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Appreciate you.
All right. Oh, before you head out, I need to get your. You need to send me your address so I can send you the stuff.
Absolutely.
I'll get it for you on Instagram since I know how to use it.
Technology and things. Camera
Yeah.
one, camera two, camera one, camera two. Okay.
Yeah, I'll. Oh, and Eric, I'll send you a photo too for the cover page that for your website. I already put it together.
Perfect.
Yeah, he did artwork right before he bitched about artwork.
Nice. All
Yeah. Okay. I'll
right,
send that
brother.
to you, and I'll grab your address and get
Yeah.
it to you.
All right.
All right, guys.
Night, boyos.